All right, last time on RPG, you guys finally made it to the Dwarven City. Just and it took almost no time at all in your group's normal fashion to get into an altercation with guards who mistook Pikachu for one of the ratkin that kind of caused trouble down in the lower levels of the city.
Yeah, for once, not technically not technically us.
It's just institutionalized racism.
Exactly. But after resolving that and having a brief, if not particularly friendly, discussion with the sort of matriarch of the city, you guys made your way into the Dwarven city proper and just sort of. Well, I mean, some of you came there for what you went there for. One of you. Card Sharp learned a little bit more about just sort of about Dagonet and just sort of the nature of his abilities, and got directed to just some sort of very powerful creature that lives very deep below the city that knows more about void magic that could tell the group more if they were able to reach it. And then Thorben, Pikachu, and Charles just got really fucking incredibly wasted.
Well, so did Card Sharp.
That is true. Card Sharp did meet you guys later and got equally as wasted. And you guys just sort of had your own little altercations inside the bar that you smoothed over in your various way, until eventually, when you guys were all about ready to tuck in for the night, Thorben decided to just take a piss in the market square of the town. And the last thing that you guys saw was him being escorted away by guards. Now,
and his pants were still around his ankles.
Now, I feel like we ended it kind of ambiguously. So before we start the session, because I have stuff written for both of these, are you guys going right away to?
He can spend a night in the slammer. Come on, nothing's gonna do him. It's not. I just want
just out of character. I want to see what sort of how you guys thought the ending played out. If you guys agreed with Card Sharp and you guys just stayed in for the night and got him in the morning, or if you went right after him and tried to smooth things out.
I'm going right after him.
Jesus, really? Right. You can't just you can't let him have consequences for his actions. Let him spend a night in the slammer.
Zell, it looks like you're the deciding vote here.
Well,
what does that guy on the motorcycle think?
He probably thinks something, I don't know. But I was trying to go after him. That was just because I had good rolls and a stacked deck, but technically that was what he was doing.
What?
All right. Well,
trying to go after him.
Why?
Well, all right. Well, then let's start off this session then with Pikachu and Charles want to go after him. Card Sharp thinks that they should just let him spend a night and in the drunk tank.
You're lucky you didn't let me vote.
Well, you don't really have a choice in the matter for your situation. All right. So you guys are standing outside of the bar that I'm not sure if I actually named.
It was something. I forgot what it was though.
It's called the Rock Ricker too.
You probably should write these down.
you'd think I'd have any semblance of organization writing this for over a year, but I don't.
Yeah.
So you guys are standing. Thorben is currently being led away by two very burly black armored dwarven guards with his pants around his ankles, and the three of you are just sort of at the moment just kind of standing there, like watching it happen.
Hmm. I mean, will he be okay?
If you constantly bail him out for his irresponsible actions, then he's never going to learn. Have him spend a night in jail.
Oh, geez, I really wish somebody would bail me out of my irresponsible actions. You hear in the distance?
he's a fair bit away. He's a fair bit away at this point.
Card Sharp, he makes a fair point.
I mean, I feel like you're putting too much faith into him learning from this whole thing.
Why? Why do you constantly forgive him
Can
for
I
every
ask the...
stupid thing he's done? You're not here.
No.
Yeah, no, you Thorben, you among like the clamor of the crowd around you and your own drunken yelling at the guards, there's not a chance in hell that you can hear what they're saying.
Oh, I was going to ask if I could ask the guards what the prison sentence for public urination is.
Honestly, you've had so many rock wreckers. I'm gonna make you roll an intelligence biology to see if you're sober enough to get a coherent thought out.
One success.
You kind of stutter out. Hey, you piss in here. The guards just one of the guards just kind of like barks at you to be quiet. But there's not much. They don't realize that you're actually asking. Excuse me, sir. What is the? I'm not familiar. I'm new to this city. What is the minimum sentence for thy crime? So, it's getting about time for the three of you to make a decision on how you're gonna go about this, as Thorben is, in spite of all the commotion he's causing, is pretty slowly disappearing into the crowd as he is being led away fairly briskly by guards who want to have him exposed in public as little as possible.
I mean, he's the only one of our party who can take a rock wrecker. I feel like I have to go and rescue him here.
Why do you even bother including me in any conversation if none of you ever listen?
Well, here's the thing. I feel like somebody's going to have to bail him out if we wait, right?
We'll just go in the
And
morning.
I already paid for all the drinks.
We'll just go in the morning.
But then we won't have enough money for more rock wreckers.
Why?
I mean, I guess if you're volunteering to pay for his bail, we can wait.
To hell with both of you. Card Sharp goes aside.
Alright, Charles, let's move.
I guess we're going.
All right. Give me a quick agility and streetwise to kind of maneuver through the very large crowd that's formed.
Both of us?
Anyone who's going after him.
Okay.
And healthy. One agility, 2 street. Yeah.
I have -1 agility from the club. Is that like always there?
Actually, I think before the last session, the upgrade I gave you was the club was just sort of incorporated into the Iron Tail.
Oh, did that remove the?
Yeah, I think Iron Tail just has +2 now, and
So-
the club is just removed.
Iron and club and tail.
I'll hero P.
Not a bad hero P. Better than a 0 P.
All
That's
right.
what I always say.
So Cynical, is Card Sharp not going?
He's not. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna say two successes is gonna be enough for you, Charles, to get to Thorben and the guards. Pikachu, you kind of have a little bit of trouble just kind of muscling your way through just the wall of dwarf, being roughly the same height as them.
I'll be right back.
Can I still see Charles though? If he's like twice the size of everyone else.
You can see where Charles is, but you're kind of
lagging
away
behind,
from
basically.
Yeah, you're kind of away from the action as of right now.
Okay.
And just for my sake, Cynical, is Card Sharp just heading into the inn?
Yes.
Okay.
I sent you something about it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's important you read it now.
Okay. So, Charles, you make it and just kind of you just sort of tap one of the guards on the shoulder. And you have to avert your eyes as the two guards spin around with Thorben in tow. He goes, "Who are you? What do you want? Can't you see we're busy escorting a prisoner here?"
Yeah, sorry about that. Name's Jeremiah. I'm not from here. I'm this guy's caretaker. He clearly has not been taking care of himself, but I can take this guy off your hands and get him suitably suited up yeah.
Well, that's not before he's served a short 6-month sentence.
Well, I don't think that's quite necessary. See, he's got a bit of a problem. And it's kind of embarrassing to go in details, and honestly, I don't know if you really want to hear them, but boy, have I got some stories.
And I'm sure they're very fascinating. But the laws are the laws down here, surface dweller. We take them seriously, unlike your friend.
Well, see, that's the that's the thing. Trying to think of a good way to go about this. But fucking okay. He actually,
I like to imagine this is happening in real time.
Yeah.
he's actually got a nudist permit.
Okay. Well, all right. So I'm gonna let you flip for this, but I need to know. The guard kind of like his helmet covers his face, but you can tell that he's like very aggressively cocking an eyebrow at you as he says, "A nudist permit." And what exactly does that entail?
Well, it's a coverall for all nude activities, basically. It's quite handy. Unfortunately, we were just about to head into the inn. He left it back there. He snuck off without me realizing. So, yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't have pockets while he's nude, so it's kind of hard to carry it around. That's why he's got me with
What?
But
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So Brown.
Sorry, I left for a minute.
No, you're good. Basically, Jeremiah here is trying to talk you out of 6 months of jail time by telling the guards that you have a cover-all nudist permit for all nude activities.
Which includes public urination, but only in alleyways.
All right, so that's gonna be the charm lying.
Well, all's well that ends well.
The question then becomes, was I in an alleyway?
I think
you were.
I'm pretty sure you did say you were gonna.
Technically, I didn't say that bit, but I mean.
Oh
no! Oh no!
What the fuck? The
Yikes.
double Joker with how many
With a
successes
crit.
is that? The crits are
6
worth more, right?
successes in the- yeah. Damn it! If that
Isn't
was
that
one-
8
if that was
successes?
one. Oh, that was a king too. That's 5,
He
6,
pulled a
7.
six.
Oh, did I? Oh, second.
Jesus.
Wow.
Solid, real solid.
Okay.
If only that was one Joker.
If only that was one Joker. So the guard. So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that with how many is that? Your crit is
8.
like okay. So I'm gonna say that with 8 successes, the one guard buys it completely. But you did roll 2 jokers, so here's how that's gonna play out. The other guard, the one you've been talking, the one guard beside goes, "Ooh, you know, Bobrin, I think I've heard about that. I think my cousin applied for one of those." And he go, well, if that is the case, then we'd have very little reason to not let your friend go. But, while you might be out of town, I'm sure you've been here long enough to know the penalties for fabricating or otherwise being deceitful about official documents down here.
Oh, of course.
Very well then. Let's take him to the room and let's head to your room at the inn and have a look at this permit then.
All right.
Is Pikachu caught up yet?
Pikachu,
Yeah, can I see Pikachu to like give him a wink, or tell him to go fetch the Thorben's nudist permit?
Yeah, you can. I already decided what the two jokers were.
Fair enough.
So I can't really put one on. I can't really throw one onto Pikachu. It wouldn't be very fair. And okay, so Pikachu, you finally kind of push your way through the crowd. You're like, oh, hey, stop! He's with us. And Jeremiah, you see him, and you see him, and
Yeah.
you're kind of
yeah.
like,
I let him know about the nudist permit. We're
yeah,
getting it sorted out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Pikachu, it's good you're here. The guards didn't know about Thorben's nudist permit. We were just on our way. We were just about to head over to the inn to get it from him. Get it.
I'm pretty sure Card Sharp knows where it is, right?
Oh, the nudist permit. What didn't you say earlier? Yeah, I can run back now and grab that from the inn if that's alright with you guys.
Oh no, I think we'll all go.
Just get it ready for us. I'm sure it'll be a bit of a trip with Thorben hanging around here.
Yeah, I don't want to waste you guys' time, like, you work so hard every day around the city, and just hang out here. I'll be 2 seconds.
The guard kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, Pikachu, and goes, "No, well, I appreciate your concern, lad, but I think it would be I think it would be a lot better if the nudist's friends all just stayed with us for the time being until we had this papers situation sorted out." Okay.
Well, I mean, we should probably warn Card Sharp that we've got visitors coming. He gets a little shy.
Wait, well, just 1 second. I gotta just do something really quick. Oh, also, you know what? Before I go for a sec, I should put the dwarf tunes back on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dwarf tunes.
Oh, my mom must have already fed Soot. I didn't even see her come in.
Is that you
Yeah, I got you. Also, are you on the other side of the room? You're super quiet.
Sorry, I moved my mic up to E, like on my headset. I forgot to pull it back down.
Cool. Okay. So eventually, you guys head your way into the bar that I'm gonna rename the Forgotten Beard because I forget what its real name is.
Fair enough.
And the bartender, you can tell the bartender's kind of getting ready, is sort of like cleaning up for the night. Most of the patrons are either heading to bed or already asleep at their tables, passed out drunk. And he just kind of he looks up at the scene. He looks up at the scene at the other end of the bar with Thorben, a barely conscious at this point Thorben, still with his pants around his ankles, being dragged by 2 guards that are also escorting you, Jeremiah, and Pikachu. And he just kind of he just kind of he puts his hand on his forehead and just kind of mutters under his breath, "Oh, stones. Evening, officers. I'd say it's a little late for a drink, but it looks like you're here on more official business." "That we are, Thorben. These folks here say that they're staying at the inn. Is that true?" "Oh, yes. They did you guys buy multiple rooms or just one?"
Just one.
Yeah.
Okay, you bought the one big room. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these the four of them paid for one of the bigger rooms up on the top floor. We're gonna need a spare key to that. Oh, sure thing, officers. I sure hope my my new friends here haven't gotten into any trouble. Right, fellas?
Yeah, well, he said.
Either way, here's the key. I'll have you on your way, and just know, I told him to stop drinking after the first round. Sure you did.
Another round.
The more trusting of the two guards takes the key, and while the other one, Thorben, he was called by the more trusting guard, goes, "All right, let's head on up." So you guys ascend 2 stairs, and he unlocks the door and just sort of. You guys just come into an actually fairly a fairly lavishly decorated room. It looks it's got a lot of bright reds and yellows, which contrast really nice with the dark stone of the walls and floors, and everything even like everything from like the couches to the armchairs in there look pretty darn comfortable. It would in better circumstances, this would have been a if Jeremiah and Pikachu, you think, maybe we should have taken Card Sharp's advice and stayed here for the night. Guards goes, "All right. Well, I assume he is a little bit too drunk to find them himself, so go ahead and find wherever he left his papers and bring them here."
Will it do?
I will say it's mostly like a one room sort of studio thing, but there is a room that seems to be leading to a bedroom with the door slightly cracked.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the bedroom. Let me just grab that. What's up?
All right.
Can I?
As you go to move Pikachu, the guards are like kind of slowly following behind. It looks like they want to accompany you guys. But so unless you say something, unless you give them a reason not to, they are definitely going to follow you into the bedroom.
Oh, by the way, we have another friend in there, and he's also got his nudist permit. So I don't think you really want to go in there, to be honest. I don't know, you might find something you don't want to see.
Not a pretty sight. I'm sleeping in here.
All right. Well, I mean, that's charm lying.
Should I help her? I mean, I guess.
I mean, you burned 2 jokers, so I'd welcome you.
Yeah, sure.
No lying. I'm a hero, P.
There's the other one.
Alright, you super didn't need to use that because he flipped his other crit.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yeah, so Jeremiah, you pretty much just say exactly that. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna want to go in there. Our other friend's also a nudist permit holder, and he's pretty hardcore. Like, he doesn't sleep with any sheets either, so you're definitely gonna get an eye full if you go in there. And
Probably a nose full too.
the The two guards shoot themselves a look like they've seen enough dick today, and just kind of the one just kind of turns to you, and Bovern just turns to you, Pikachu, and he goes, "Fine, but be quick."
Yes. Okay, so I enter the bedroom. What is in there?
Well, right now the lights are out, so you can't quite tell. But when you turn them on, you see that Card Sharp just kind of like you see Card Sharp like laying in bed, like trying to turn on for the night, and he kind of slightly starts and then just sort of like groggily like turns over, like waking up as you turn the lights on.
Hey, Card Sharp. Do me a solid real quick. You got a pen on you?
Why should I do anything for you?
Because we're all about to all be arrested. So,
I'm not. Card Sharp says
You're an
I'm
accomplice
not.
in this.
Turns around. Nope, he goes back to sleep.
You will be taken as a prisoner for 6 months, along with the rest of us.
Card Sharp stays trying to go to sleep.
Okay, Pikachu's gonna hunt around for a pen and paper.
All right. Give me wit and investigation.
Drive. Oh, nice.
You found that pen and paper really hard.
Good job.
Oh, no.
I mean, against all odds, you find this. You open the first drawer you open has a very impressive and fully stocked calligraphy set inside.
That's definitely a crit. Okay, there's only one thing left to do. Get to work and create a nude permit.
All right. What is forging documents?
That's a good question.
Let's see.
The rare law
The
stat.
intelligence.
Agility.
I know. Ironically, law would be a really good thing to flip here, but that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, it doesn't exist? It's still in
No,
my
they
sheet.
got rid of.
Oh,
No, they got rid of law.
it is
in,
kind of a useless one, to be honest.
Yeah, they removed law in favor of like another fill in your own stat because.
Oh, I don't have
Oh.
that. I still have this old version of the character sheet.
Yes.
Did you already say
Oh.
intelligence engineering?
I feel
Wit,
like
maybe?
it's definite. It's. I don't know about engineer. I feel like it's
Lying.
either. I feel like I'm between lying and sneaking because it's like very kind of like tricky and underhanded.
Hmm.
Pretty sneaky.
I'm wondering if we take like the RuneScape thieving approach and just have sneaking apply to any sleight of hand.
Works for me.
All right. Give me that. All right. Intelligent sneaking. Then it sounds like.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Anti-Joker is up for consideration, but I don't blame if you want to watch this play out. I think it's brown.
I mean, I think it is. It is also still only a 1.
Yeah.
It is also you're shooting a Joker on 1 success.
Alright, hit me.
Oh, shit.
Do your worst.
All right. I mean, Pikachu, you get to work and make like a pretty beautiful document that is absolutely unlegible. You're a Pokemon. You can't write. Your arms are like a couple inches long. What are you doing?
They're actually
Why-
shorter than the pen you're holding.
Just a fridge drawing that's got like someone like dancing in the sunshine.
It's just a stick figure with a huge dick and a big check mark next to it.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You're essentially going to give these guards a Jackbox drawing.
Oh god.
I hold it out proudly in front of with my 2 arms out, looking at it, just like, wow, I did a good job.
You hold it up, give it a kiss.
What just happened?
You've got
What
your
did I just
permit.
miss?
You've got your permit.
Thorben, as you start to come to, you see Pikachu coming out, very confidently holding the Nudist permit, and without and without any backstory or context, you just have a thought in the back of your head of,
What the hell is that?
we're fucked, aren't we?
Oh my god.
All right. So, Pikachu, you present the Nudist permit to the 2 guards.
This is good backing music for this.
This is a really good tune for this. And he just kind of he takes it and kind of like puts it up in his hands and he just goes. He kind of gives you a look and he just goes. So, this is it, huh?
Yep.
He kind of like balls it up and drops it and just goes. Lachlan, could you call for some more guards to come over here? And the dwarf just goes, yes, of course, sir.
I'm just looking at the ball. Hey, I spent so much time on that.
You say that?
Yep.
I thought it looked really good, personally.
Well, don't worry. You'll have more time to practice while you're awaiting execution. We take forgery very seriously down here. I thought you knew that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have given me something so ridiculous.
Sir, I'd just like to say, you can't forge a document that doesn't exist.
He's kind of had he just sort of like pushes you over, Thorben, like very clearly having had enough of this.
Damn it. It's very easy, too, because my pants are around my ankles.
You all are going to wait here until more guards arrive, and then we're going to escort you to the prison. Get your friend dressed up and out here too.
It might take some convincing, so he's quite into this whole thing.
You look like a persuasive person. Get on it! And he sort of like levies a hand. He's sort of like he very heavily smacks his hammer into his gauntlet.
Damn it! I was hoping he'd make a forward motion.
Hey, card sharp.
Who wants to be the bearer of bad news with Card Sharp?
Me, pick me. How well can I crawl right now?
Well, I mean, you could also pull your pants up.
Yeah,
and then you could walk.
Are my hands cuffed in front of me or behind me?
They didn't actually cuff you. They were just kind of like had you by either arm. They just kind of had you by either wrist, like, and were just like, you were too. I mean, honestly, you were too drunk to resist.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like pull my pants up. So, like, do I gain a level now?
You can now walk unhindered.
Oh, sick, dude. Okay. With this newfound power, I'm gonna walk into the back room where I assume Card Sharp is. Like, I'll let him down easy, boys.
Card Sharp is sitting in the bed. The light is still on. I think Card Sharp was just sort of. You're kind of just trying to fall. You're kind of just trying to fall asleep with the light on because you just sort of. You kind of can't deal with this anymore.
How big is the bed?
Pretty big for a dwarf bed, but probably like a double by human standards.
How high is the ceiling?
Oh, not very high at all. You can tell that these have higher ceilings than most to accommodate patrons from above. But still the ceiling's probably like this. It's probably like 5.5 feet.
Oh, dude! Holy shit, dude!
I mean, that's a pretty tall. I mean, that's a pretty fucking tall ceiling for a dwarf.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna like get on my hands and knees on the end of the bed, and I'm gonna start like jumping up and down. Card Sharp, wake up! We have to go to prison.
Card Sharp is going to lunge at Thorben with his dagger out.
I'm defenseless like a little baby. I go, wah. Wah.
Is this an attack?
He's gonna kind of try and tackle Thorben and hold the knife up to his throat.
Alright,
burp in his face. I'm sorry.
Give me, I mean, I think that's just a brawn melee, straight up.
Yeah.
Is it contested?
Do you want it to be?
No.
Alright, good. Because he fucking flipped super well. You go from like a full laying down on the bed to just like almost like a 180 flip just to like launch Thorben off and into the wall, and you're kind of like you kind of have him pinned against the wall at the foot of the bed and just are like holding your dagger up to him. Thorben, if you are still moderately drunk, this experience has most certainly sobered you up.
Hey, buddy. Just,
in your infinite stupidity, you've gone from being incarcerated yourself to incarcerating the rest of us.
Hey, listen, you
Speak now before my hand moves.
You can't blame me for every bad thing that happens, you know?
I can blame you for everything that you bring upon the party.
Dude, but I didn't bring him back here, dude. you're blaming me. It's not really my fault. I didn't really do
It started
that
with your
much.
act of public indecency, you idiot!
Oh, I just had to piss, dude. What would you have done if you had to piss, dude? And you had just embarrassed yourself. You're just gonna go and walk past everybody into the bathroom.
Thorben, give me a presence persuasion. Because honestly, that's a good enough point that I want you to. I want this to be decided by a flip. I actually do think that's a pretty good point that Thorben really did not bring the guards
doing a
here in
hero
any
point.
capacity.
Is this the part of the game where I just use all my drive for a useless flip?
Do it.
Oh, nice,
There you
dude.
go.
Oh, cool. Ooh, yeah.
You literally
All
made that.
five. Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Oh, whoops. Yeah,
Alright.
thanks for that.
Card Sharp, you're still really mad, but you're still really mad, but you do sort of realize that turning Thorben into a pincushion really won't make your situation any better.
I mean, they're gonna kill us for forging documents. I don't even know what they'd do if you committed murder. I wouldn't be able to bear it, Card Sharp. I love
Card
you,
Sharp
man.
will
I'm gonna go in for a hug.
He will lower his dagger, and instead of hugging Thorben, he will knee him in the dick.
I think we're gonna need to roll for this one.
All right.
What am I rolling, Dingle?
I think you're brawn melee and Thorben's agility melee.
Okay, let me see what my rolls are right here. Pretty solid here. And of course a hero point. Fuck.
Yeah, Thorben, take 1 damage as a take 1 damage as a knee. Take undodgeable as Thorben's as a Card Sharp's knee collides very swiftly with your crotch.
Don't talk to me ever again. Card Sharp will go into the main room and surrender himself.
Oh, finally awake.
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl back. I'm just gonna lie on the ground in the fetal position, holding my genitals, as would normally be the case.
That's it.
It is how I sleep.
So, you're all Card Sharp. As you come out, you see sort of more Dwarven guards are kind of filing into the room.
Card Sharp very slowly gets on his knees, puts his hands behind his head.
Yeah. So they're all going to, as you do that, they're all going to restrain you, and then sort of head into the other room and kind of and do the same with grab Thorben and drag him out.
Oh, it's tender.
And you guys are all sort of taken. You guys are all taken away, and then eventually are sort of I don't know. You're taken to the jail basically, and you're all sort of you're all put in a cell, and the guards just go, "We'll get to the nitty-gritty of this in the morning. For now, how about you all just sit about in there and think about this for a little bit?"
Can I have a tin cup, sir?
The guard spits on the ground in front of your cell and then walks away.
Is there a tin cup around?
Flip. Give me 1 flip.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, you want a coconut jam tart?
All right.
You want a Coke?
Card Sharper's
So-
gonna find a corner in the. He's gonna find a corner in the cell, and he's gonna try and do some kind of. He's not sure what he's expecting, but he's gonna try and meditate using void magic.
And
Hey, Card Sharp, you don't have a unlimited deck of get out of jail free cards, do you?
Hey,
Card
Card
Sharper's
Sharp, what you doing?
For the rest of the night, Card Sharper is going to ignore everyone else in the cell.
I'm gonna poke him.
someone's.
All right. Give me a presence void.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 successes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm gonna say you kind of.
Like, I don't know what I'm expecting, both in and out of
Huh?
character, but yeah, I don't know. Can't do anything else right now.
Yeah, right.
You're
I think so.
the only thing you can do to like the only thing you can do to keep yourself even some semblance of calm is just kind of like trying to be very self-reflective in terms of what you've learned today about the void and your relationship to it. I'm gonna say your next void flip is gonna have +1.
Okay.
And while Card Sharp's kind of blocking out the party at this point, and you guys are just kind of like left among yourselves. There's a couple cots in the cell to sleep on, so you can do that if you want, or I don't know if any of you guys had anything in mind for your time in this cell.
Is there anything else around?
Well, I did, but there are no tin cups.
What I had in mind was not being.
Hey guys, hey listen guys.
Well, you guys shouldn't have gotten a total of 3 jokers.
I'm just glad that we could all be together tonight. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A first day in a new city. You know, this is an adventure.
It's not the first time we've been here.
Actually, it is the first time we've been here.
Damn, you're right.
Adventure. Are
Um,
there? Sorry.
I don't know. I was just trying to think, like, do I know any Dwarven law?
You can give me intelligence streetwise.
Is there some way to get a pardon for the death sentence?
For public urination.
Streetwise and healthy. Screw it. Okay. I guess I'll live with 1.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say use all your drive.
Yeah.
The best idea that comes to mind is that they can't kill you if you kill yourself. But
Again, can need work.
you realize that. But I mean, you've just as quickly dismissed that as really not very helpful at all, actually.
Unless they think we're dead.
Ooh. Classic Romeo Juliet situation. Now
Exactly like that, yes.
we just need to find some star-crossed lovers, and we're in.
Flip wit empathy to find star-crossed lovers. No.
Oh, dude, I was so ready too. I was like, I bet. I'm gonna get these bitches too. That being said, though, can I look? Are there any other cells around?
There are a few cells in this area of what looks to be pretty much mostly sleeping dwarves.
In their cells?
Yeah.
But there are ones near me?
I mean, there's one on either side that you can't exactly see, but you know they're there from when you came in.
Oh.
There is one directly across from you, where you can see just sort of like a darker skinned dwarf in that sort of like an older guy, just kind of like sleeping, just sort of sleeping not very soundly in the uncomfortable cots they provide down here.
And there's just one in that?
There's just one in that cell.
Well, what's the floor? Sorry? No, you can...
There's just one in that cell, which is interesting because it's the same size cell as yours.
Oh, nice. What's the floor made of?
Yeah, same as around. It's just like very like dark, essentially black stone.
Is any of it loose? Like, can I pick up a pebble or something?
I'm gonna say it's like rock solid. It's just sort of like rock solid stone brick.
Oh man, is there any like... Oh, do we have any paper in here or anything?
Can I say I picked up my drawing?
You know what? Yes, you can.
Hey Pikachu, can I get a little piece of that? A little chunk of that drawing?
Sure, I guess. I don't have any futures and arts anymore. You can have it.
So the stereotypical key hanging on the wall just out of reach.
No.
There's like hundreds of them, but none of them work.
It's that fucking key room. From what was that? What movie was that? And I misremember. Is that something? Is that not anything? Am I making this up? Wasn't there like a room? Wasn't there like something where there was a room of like it was filled to the brim with keys, but only one opened the door out?
That'd be so annoying, dude.
All right. So you've got your so Pikachu, you hand over your in quotes nudist license.
I'm gonna bite half of it off and chew it up into a ball.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Like a spitball, and I'm gonna throw it at the sleeping dwarf.
Okay.
All right.
Just roll up the thirsty goblin postcard and throw two.
Give me agility and melee.
Also, I think I gave that postcard. Do you have that postcard?
I thought I did. I don't know if
you might have the postcard, dude. I don't remember. I think I tried to show it to the goblins last
I
time.
think you did.
I think that's true. I think that's exactly what you did last time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got goblins on it. Goblins are a vain creature, you know? I don't know if that's actually true, but I'll stand by it.
Oh, I missed it. Did you flip?
Was I supposed to flip?
It's give me agility and melee to hit a dwarf with a big spitball.
Okay. I'm a hero point it. Fuck it. Damn it. 1.
Oh yeah.
It collides wetly with one of the bars outside of his cell.
I'm gonna try again, dude.
All right. Give me agility melee. We'll add that one success to it.
Okay, but
To prior knowledge.
yeah, I've kind of
he's
judged the
learned.
distance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm gonna use another hero point.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, maybe I should wait until I see what these are. Yeah, no, yeah, that was a good choice I made. Fuck me, dude. Can I just use the hey, can I borrow that postcard, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this guy will be able to help us out. I throw it, I chew it up and throw it at him. Again.
Okay.
I think I got it. Third time's a charm. There it is. Right into his mouth.
Okay. It hits this dwarf right on the forehead. And he like launches himself out of bed and like slams against the bars and is practically snarling as he goes, "Who's there? I'll kill ya!"
Hey, you got a tin cup I could borrow?
"Who the fuck are you, meat?"
I'm Thorben Stringley. Nice to meet you, sir.
Did you throw this at me?
Yep.
Give me just like a straight presence.
Just to out alpha this guy. Nice. Nice.
He rips it off your face and is just like in like a almost like a seems like a blind rage. He's just like yelling incoherently and like reaching his arms as far out as he can out from his bars.
I kind of look a little shook and back off. I just want a tin cup, dude. Calm down.
It's become apparent why this guy is in a 4-person cell by himself.
Oh, well. The locals aren't very nice, huh? I'm gonna go lay down.
I'm gonna talk to him. So, what are you in for?
Give me a charm empathy to see if you can even get through to this like psychotically aggressive dwarf.
Oh. Oh.
Oh man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Honestly, he starts foaming at the mouth and then slumps across the bars.
I wish I had more spitballs to throw at him.
Got the 6 of clubs.
Do you need it?
Not sure yet.
I mean, I could chew it up and throw it at him.
I'm guessing the lock is just a
It's fun. I mean,
a
it's really.
classic like brass key type lock.
Yeah, I will say he is definitely unconscious.
Yeah.
Wait! What did he do?
He got so angry.
Yeah.
So what you said earlier was he fucking got so pissed that he started foaming at the mouth
And passed out.
fell over.
I mean, the other Joker made him really mad, and I didn't see how he could make him any madder with the second one. So it's really the only logical conclusion of anger.
Death.
He'll be fine.
Maybe.
He seems like the type that gets this mad often.
Oh shit.
Were we like strip searched, or we still got like?
Yeah, no, you got I mean, like weapons and stuff were definitely confiscated, but they didn't search you super thoroughly. I mean,
Fair enough.
it was pretty late, and the guard that Bobrin was kind of leading the operation was kind of tired of you guys.
Yeah.
Do you think I have any?
I figured I wouldn't have this knife.
You think I have any of my meme potions still on me?
I'd say potions would probably be among the things they confiscated.
Damn it.
Anything that's very clearly, like, a weapon or magical item.
I'll just cuddle up with Larry for the night then.
Right,
They didn't take Larry, did they?
No,
Okay.
of course not. I mean, Larry was arrested alongside you.
He is a rapscallion.
They had a little tiny pair of handcuffs they brought him in with.
Well, they'd be a few, dude. Lobster's got all them legs.
Yeah.
It was just a claw. They were more like,
Well, I guess
they,
you're right,
you know, they have the rubber bands at the
Yeah,
lobsters, the lobsters they sell. They just had like those, but made of metal and a chain in the middle.
Yeah. How good do you think Larry is at picking locks?
Well,
I put Larry next to the lock. Just holding him up right next to it.
Larry's not very good at picking locks.
Hmm.
I don't think he's very good.
Yeah, figures as much.
He's not really doing much.
He's just kind of clamping his claw over the lock over and over again.
You give him a few months, you might make some progress.
Yeah, it's true.
Does it look like he's making any progress?
No.
Go, Larry. You have to train Larry.
Maybe next time.
Well, unless you guys have a plan more feasible than having Larry than having Larry snap the lock all night, I'm gonna say you guys turn in for the night.
Yeah.
I leave Larry on the lock.
Just sort of uncertain what's gonna happen, but weighing your options, there's nothing you can really do inside of this cell.
We're gonna have to take it to the courts.
Or will you?
Yeah, or
'Cause,
we have to break out.
When you guys kind of like wake up, and you guys wake up to the sound of like a hammer like banging against your cell cell bars, and you wake up to see you wake up to see the lady spinekeeper just sort of standing in front of your cell, flanked by two guards in like very ornate and heavy looking armor.
Oh, morning, Mom.
I have to say, I'm almost impressed. You're the first people to ever be sentenced to death after just one day.
Them rock records hit different.
Yeah, we've been 2 firsts in town already. First people to order the rock record.
Well, I'm sure you're quite proud of yourselves. Now, let's discuss this little incident, shall we? We take crimes very seriously down here. I have no intention to commute or lessen your sentence. But I have a thought that maybe you could help us with something. I suspect you'll hear out my offer because, well, the guillotine's quite the only option other than it.
It seems like a fair alternative.
Are they gonna cut my head off for pissing in the alley?
No, that'll be for the forging documents.
I didn't do that.
Well, we don't quite like the types of people who associate with people who forge documents.
I'll do it. What's the job?
There's a tunnel down deep in the mines. All signs point to it having an abundant veins of gold and mithril and other precious and very rare metals. But we wouldn't know for sure, because it's so swarming with those damn rats that you can't step 5 steps down before getting ambushed by them. Seeing as our miners can't make it down there without a whole fleet of guards surrounding them, and even then, it's too much for them to extract more than a few measly pebbles. We have to close it off entirely. You go down there and you clear out the infestation, and we can overlook this.
Sounds good to me.
You'll die down there, and, well, same difference as if you'd refused. It's a very generous offer from me.
Listen, I was already planning on going down there.
I don't think we have room to object.
Well, it's good to see one of you managed to grow a brain in your time in the cell. Very well. Have some guards down here to escort them to the mines.
Might have grown a fungus or two as well.
Give me a just like a straight sneaking flip.
Who?
You.
Done.
Jeremiah. Oh, give me one card then if you have no sneaking. She kind of like turns her head around and goes, "You want to run that one by me again?"
No.
That's what I thought. She's kind of like storms off with her 2 guards flanking her, and about half an hour later,
I yell punk. After her. Half an hour later, I mean.
Okay.
Punk!
Half an hour later, two guards kind of come down and sort of like they come in, they unlock the door and kind of like clamp you guys in irons, and they're just kind of like, "All right, with us."
Hey, do you know anywhere we could apply to actually get a nudist permit? I feel like it might be useful.
I can make you one.
Yeah.
The guard just kind of snorts and goes, Friend, where you're going, I don't think you've got much to worry about on that front anymore."
Why not?
Everybody's naked down there, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
So eventually, you get led to sort of like one of the farther reaches of town into just like this very big, just sort of like archway that leads down, and you sort of head down all the way past like a series of like mine carts that are sort of like bringing metals like up and heading back in, and then eventually you reach like just this very like winding cave system that just sort of has dwarves all over it, just like just sort of like, you know, just mining the rocks where they can, just digging for, you know, either trying to like excavate new tunnels or just dig for anything that could be valuable in these walls. And eventually you guys are you guys make it to just like this very big sort of like totally blocked off tunnel with just kind of like a makeshift door in the blockage that's like very heavily locked. And you actually see I mean, you guys are pretty drunk, but the almost familiar face of the foreman that you guys were drinking with last night. It's kind of like standing there just going like, he sees you guys and just goes, oh boy. So, I guess you four the help they said they were bringing over for this tunnel?
You betcha.
That's us.
Wonderful. Well, basically, I don't know what exactly is making those nasties crawl out from every part of the tunnel in such crazy numbers, but whatever it is, it gets worse the deeper you go. You're practically wading through the damn rats once you're closer to the bottom. But I guess doesn't really matter what it is. You just go ahead and take care of it, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and watch out for those things' claws. I don't quite know what kind of nasty venom those damn beasts have got, but it can make even a hammer grip feel woozy. Hate to see what had happened to one of you.
By the way, did we get our stuff back?
Yeah, you guys have all of your like weapons and useful items back.
Sweet.
I kind of lean over to the foreman. I'm like, speaking of feeling woozy, you got any, little. I like make like motions with my hand, like I'm drinking a beer. A little liquid curry. You know what I'm saying? Little. I nudge it with my elbow.
He kind of like he pushes your elbow away from him and just goes, "Tell you what, pal. You make it so my boys can actually head down this god's forsaken tunnel. Next round's on me."
I'm walking towards the door already.
So am I.
All right. So the guards unchain you and kind of like push you through the door. And you can hear like from outside, like once the four of you are in from outside, you can hear like the sounds of the door being like re-boarded up from the outside.
So what's it like in here?
In the immediate area there's torches, but you can tell that they fall off like very quickly, and after that it's like pitch black. And you can just sort of hear the noises of just like you can hear the noises of just like very kind of like skittering and chattering.
I'm gonna take a torch with me. Sorry.
All right. Okay. Yeah. You grab the torch from the wall. I'll say you can add a torch to your useful items. It lights up dark areas. It lights up dark areas, and in a pinch, it can be used as a melee weapon for +1 melee.
What is that?
The torch that he picked up off the wall.
Yeah.
if we find any turkeys in this cave.
All right.
Cynical here, by the way.
I am.
Ah, cool.
Sweet.
So as you guys start heading farther down, the one thing that hits you immediately is that the smell is absolutely awful down here. It's clear that these ratkin are not the most hygienic creatures, and this whole tunnel system is at this point essentially a den of theirs. So, needless to say, it's far from nice.
Hmm. Well,
And,
I guess
it's pretty straight. It's pretty straight shot for the most part, but eventually you guys get to just like a series of like 3 tunnels that just sort of like one in straight ahead, one kind of snaking off to the left, and one cutting hard right. The forward and the forward and right tunnels look to be as like they were dwarven made, but the tunnel on the left looks a lot smaller and a lot less like refined in the digging technique. That seems to be something that its current residents made.
well,
Which way, boys?
yes.
Can't hear any noise coming from any of the tunnels. Like
Give me wit and investigation to listen for
Also, do I have
sound.
full health after
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're back to full health.
sleeping?
Yeah, you did. You got a full night's sleep. There's no reason why anyone here should not be back to full health.
One.
You hear very loud clattering and chittering noises. You can't. It's the acoustics make it effectively impossible to tell what tunnel they're coming from.
Maybe we should split up.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Maybe we shouldn't split up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
I
That was
mean,
the plan
we're here
all
to
along.
clear out the rats. Let's shall we check out what they're up to?
Probably. I presume we can guess that the left one is probably the most rat-filled.
Dingle's not going to tell you.
I mean, you guys just have to choose.
Left.
Let's go.
Middle.
Thorben walks right into the wall.
There are 3 paths.
There were.
Yeah, there were.
Oh,
2 dwarven made paths, and then 1 not dwarven made path. But I also walk right into a wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's dark.
It seems like left is overall what the group wants to do.
Yeah, may as well.
Card Sharp will go to the right.
Rit. Okay.
Yeah. Card Sharp, we're headed this way.
We're going left, Card Sharp.
To hell with all of you. Clearly
I
don't care about me. Card-Sharp's gonna
mean,
keep walking.
if you want to go to hell, I mean, it feels like that's what the dwarves were kind of warning us about. So it's probably better to stick to
Card-Sharp's gone.
I guess he's gone.
All right.
Hmm.
I'm gonna blow a raspberry down his hole, dude.
Gross.
How's that gross, dude?
Blowing raspberries down people's holes.
Well, should we follow him?
I mean, we're here to clear the
that's a
rats.
tough question.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I think?
you think?
I think we should all split up, going down the middle hole.
Oh no.
We'll cover more ground this way.
Uh, hmm.
Listen, they probably all meet up at the same place, right? Right? That's how tunnels work.
Yeah, somehow I doubt it. But yeah,
Listen, we all come back here in an hour, okay? I yelled that down Card Sharp's hole.
well, I guess the left hole is more Pikachu sized.
Okay, so is it Pikachu and Jeremiah left, Thorben middle, and Card Sharp right?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck.
ABC, sir.
All right.
No. Only one went right.
No, that's what Dingle was
He is
wishing.
right about that.
What'd you say, Sedge?
Said that's what Dingle was wishing.
all right.
Okay, so one of you does have a combat encounter, so we're gonna do yours last since that'll take the longest.
One of you.
Ooh. Okay. Alright. Thorben and, well, I should address you by your actual names. Brown and Cynical. Give me a number between 1 and 10. Or 1 and 20.
13.
20.
Okay. Nah.
You are facing 1,320 enemies.
Turn starts now.
Alright. Alright. I know how we will do this.
I'm glad somebody does.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so Thorben, we'll start with you.
Nice.
We'll start with you since you were the one who wanted to go forward.
As I bravely march through the center tunnel.
Yes.
Haughtily, some might even say.
You all right. So you're making your way down the center tunnel. Now, let's see. Give me a quick wit and investigation.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh.
Jesus.
What Joker? I just realized I was an anti-Joker. Nerd.
All right. That's really good. Cause you're sort of like you're walking forward. You sort of like you're striding ahead very confidently and
In
very
the dark.
very yes.
I think Pikachu's the only one that has the torch.
It is yes, that is true. Thorben and Cardsharp are in the pitch darkness right now.
I'm gonna pull out a candle arrow. Just one single candle.
Well, you're not gonna need it yet because you do something that does finally catch your attention after wandering around in the dark for a very long time is like just like what seems to be like a pretty bright light ahead, and as you kind of like squint your eyes to see, you see like a large number, probably around like 10 ratkin, just sort of like very kind of like just sort of gathered around like a large kind of like fire that they've made in this tunnel, just sort of like cooking what appears to be a dwarven miner on a spit.
Hey,
And
we're
just
down-
like very just kind of like just sort of like aggressively like grabbing chunks of him off and trying to like push each other away so they can get more to eat.
We're down here to like exterminate these guys, right?
That you are.
Okay, I'm gonna do the one thing I know how to do very well, which is shoot a bundle of unlit dynamite at them. Well, at the fire.
I thought you were just gonna go like more straight up with a genocide there.
Oh, dude! I'm gonna put that one. I'm gonna save that one for later. The genocide arrow. Oh my god! You even put a little mustache on it.
It's just an arrow with Sans' head on it. All right.
It's a blue arrow, and if they move, it doesn't hit them. Wait, stand still. If they stand still, it doesn't hit them.
Okay, so that'll be ranged and explosives.
Ah, finally, dude. So I'm just gonna do the math real quick. I'm gonna use my special thing too, +2 eclectic thing.
All right.
So 4 successes.
Not bad.
I knew I didn't have any jokers left, so you know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna go all in.
I'm gonna say 4 successes is gonna be enough to take out 4 rats. As the bundle of dynamite kind of lands in the center and just sort of explodes. Just kind of like knocking them all away and killing like just under half of them instantly.
Hell yeah.
Give me a quick agility sneaking.
He's on this Christmas card.
Oh yeah.
It's for Mallory. I'm gonna dead.
Okay. It's 3 out of 6, I believe. Okay, no successes.
Thanks. Look how much pets
All right.
they have. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we did have a turtle as well.
So the Ratkin have very good dark vision, so as you're just kind of like standing there going, "Yeah, that was awesome," they pretty immediately see where you are in the darkness, and the remaining 6 of them are now rushing towards you.
Man, I'm glad I decided to split the party.
You've got you've got a action or an agility athletics to run away before they catch up with you, and we move to cynical as you also start combat.
Wait, so I get to do something?
You have an action or an agility athletics to try and like run back to the center.
Why would I ever run away, dude? That's weakness. You know what I mean? It's not any good. I'm gonna shoot a.
Let's reevaluate that statement. Wait, one turn later.
No, dude. Listen, I have an ultimate weapon against these evil creatures. I pull out an arrow with a sack on it, just a brown sack. You know, it doesn't seem to be very well put together. It seems to be filled with some sort of powdered substance. My rat poison arrow.
All right. So that will be ranged biology.
Well, I got one of those.
And
I'm healthy. Oh, fucking 1 success.
I mean, you get one of them like right in the mouth.
It was a very small vial.
That thing pretty much swallows all the rat poison and just kind of falls back as it dies.
There's many more where that came from, you bastards.
Okay, that said, you are afterwards going to be in combat with 5 rats.
Hell yeah.
So let's go to let's go to Card Sharp now. All right, so Card Sharp, you're just sort of like wandering forward, and it is pitch black. Would you like to try and remedy that somehow?
Can Card Sharp summon a small void flame?
It might take more than a small flame to actually properly light something with void magic.
Then how about he just summons Dagonet, where his entire head is a big flame?
Give me a void presence to see how bright you can make Dagonet's flame on his head.
Okay. Oh. I'll use a hero point. Okay, 2 isn't bad.
It's decently bright. It's enough to kind of like light your way. It's enough to sort of light the general area around you. So you kind of you're making your way forward, and the interesting thing is you really sort of haven't been encountering much. It's kind of strange just sort of how quiet this kind of area of like cave is. I mean, you were told you'd basically be like waist deep in ratkin, and you haven't seen a single one yet. Give me just an agility flip.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So as you're walking, you've lit up the place like pretty well, but it's still it's still kind of dark, so you don't see so you don't see, like, as you kind of just like stumble and kind of like hit your toe into a rock that causes you to let out a loud like darn. And after you yell this out, you kind of like you hear sort of like a weird kind of rumbling from all around you that you're not entirely sure what it means until a small stone lands and hits you on the head. Give me agility and athletics to run away from this cave-in.
Ooh! Oh, fuck! That's why you shouldn't blow shit up.
So, as soon as that rock oh, did the song end? It did. Wonder, can I find some like Hold on, I'm looking up scary cave music.
I missed.
It's for Melanie and the kids and Ron and Ferris. You know Ferris? Oh, he's so
This is good enough. I'd turn down Groovy. This seems really loud.
Fair enough.
All right. So Thorben,
Card sharp.
or card sharp rather. As soon as that rock hits you, you realize kind of like right away what's about to happen. So you like very quickly just sort of like sprint forward and kind of like do sort of like a running slide to get as much distance away as you can. As just like behind you, you can't see it in the darkness of the caves, but you just hear like a loud reverberating crash as just like tons of stones just fall and collapse.
Did I go further in? You said.
Yeah, you
Okay.
you ran further in, and afterwards, just trying to catch your breath, you notice two things. You notice that the ground you're standing on has gotten like much less sort of firm and solid feeling, and as you kind of like rest your feet, as you sort of like gently rest your hand against like sort of like a support, sort of like a support that was carved into the rock, you feel it like shift with only like a slight amount of force applied by you. These caverns appear to be incredibly unstable, and it seems like the next cave-in will probably take a lot less than just yelling very loudly.
Okay.
That said, your only way sort of out of this dangerous area is forward, unless you really fancy digging through boulders.
Card sharp will continue forward carefully, and he's gonna put his purple scarf over his mouth to kind of muffle his voice if anything happens.
All right. So go ahead and give me. It's definitely gonna be agility. Let's say agility and sneaking is the way to, tread lightly.
Okay. Going to use a hero point. Going to use a drive. Can use another drive. Okay. 2 successes.
All right. So you're able to sort of like very gently kind of you're very gently kind of, just because you're just because you're sneaking from the potential of rocks falling and crushing you to death doesn't mean that these kind of principles of sneaking are any less applicable. So you're just like walking very kind of lightly, very quietly, taking a lot of care to not like sort of test the ground in front of you to make sure it doesn't like cave in. And you get like a good way in, but then sort of like standing on just like what seems to be like a pretty especially non-firm area of ground, but still firm enough to not like fall through. You sort of like you can just barely make out ahead. Two ratkin kind of like fighting back and forth, like kind of trying to pull some sort of like rusty pickaxe to one or the other. They're getting progressively more agitated and starting to get like louder and louder as they kind of like are trying to fight each other for this. A low rumble as one of them is pushed into a wall by the other makes you realize you need some way to break this up.
What do I have in my inventory?
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Oh, I have.
Don't be too long, because you are up pretty soon.
Alright, cool.
Card Sharp is hopefully rats like shiny things, like similar to real rats. He's gonna pull out two shiny whatevers that he still has Lord Bright's loot.
Yeah, so like rings and stuff.
And he's gonna toss two of them, so they each hopefully get one, off to the side, like to one side of this kind of cavern, so he can walk around the other way.
I just have one more. It's for gap now.
All right, I'm gonna say this is two flips.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's presence melee first to throw these rings in a way where it catches the rat's attention.
Ah, damn.
Is that a joker?
Yeah, it's
That
my
it is.
last joker. I knew I had one in there still.
All right. Well, for the sake of there not being three separate combats going on, I'm gonna make this joker a lot simpler. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say like you just sort of like you pull the rings out, but this whole series of events, I mean, you're just very frustrated and like not thinking super clearly. So you're just sort of like very aggressively, like you're just so done with this that you just sort of like reach into your coat very aggressively and pull out the rings to try and throw them. But the way you do kind of makes it so rather than really throwing them, you kind of lose grip and they kind of fall right in front of you at your feet. And the jingling does catch the two rats' attention. And the jingling does catch the two rats' attention, and they kind of like rush forward and sort of like both jump on the rings, and your combined weight on this causes the ground beneath you to crumble, and you just sort of you fall a good ways down, and let's see here.
Can I try and do any acrobatic flip to kind of lessen the fall?
I flipped a joker on how much damage you do, so on how much damage it was gonna do to you, so yes. I'm gonna say you can flip agility. Let's say you need to take some damage, because it is a joker. So let's say just athletics. to determine how many it takes
Do I
off.
still get my healthy card?
I missed a Joker.
You are still healthy.
That you
I
did.
didn't have anything left in the
What happened?
deck.
So he's in. I mean, you knew that he was in like a sort of cave-in area, right?
Yeah.
So basically, he saw two rats fighting over something, and they were probably gonna cause a cave-in because they were just being nutso. And he tried to take some of the rings that he pulled off of Lord Bright's body earlier in the campaign and kind of throw them off to the side so that he could sneak away while they were distracted. But he jokered and just sort of like dropped them at his feet, and when the rats rushed over to him, it caused the ground beneath him to kind of give way. And you're gonna fall for 2 damage undodgeable.
Okay.
And so you kind of like you luckily this fall, you know, the landing on those 2 rats lessened the fall somewhat. But as you kind of like dust yourself off and stand up, you just hear like you hear like in the distance, like from where you are, a just like really horrifyingly unsettling noise. And you kind of like head in, you kind of like walk forward and you sort of peek your head into the tunnel. And your eyes kind of go wide with shock as you see something that's going to be revealed later, because it's now Jeremiah and Pikachu's turn for their encounter.
All right.
So, what's in this cave?
You guys
Probably
spend a while crawling through just sort of like rat-infested tunnels. And before too long, you just sort of reach just kind of like the tunnels kind of widen a bit the farther you go in. But it's just when the caves start to get a bit more comfortable to traverse, you hear some like very just like loud and aggressive like scratching at the walls as 4 rats burst forth from them and just kind of surround you two. And we are going to have both of the combats now, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
Double combat. It's like we're fighting side by side, but like apart
Right.
from each other. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly right.
Okay, and remember, this first song starts very quiet.
Fair enough.
Okay. This is Pikachu. This is Jeremiah. Am I correct or incorrect?
Pikachu's yellow.
I know Pikachu's yellow. Which one are you?
I'm purple.
Okay. So we're gonna move Card Sharp and Dagonet over here. They found something horrific, but they found it quicker than everyone else, so we can't say what it is yet. So
What could it be?
I need to position you guys kind of far away. So you've got 5 just kind of in front of you and kind of just like a rough group.
I think it's a fair fight.
And you guys have 4 just kind of flanking you in each direction.
Yeah, all right.
You know, maybe I should be orange. You know what I'm saying? thinking about it, and maybe I should be orange.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say we'll go between Jeremiah Pikachu and then Thorben. Jeremiah Pikachu. I am gonna say that. Wait, actually, I don't need to say that. The rats are most certainly faster than you guys.
Yeah, fair enough. We're definitely not the speediest.
So the two from so these two are gonna try and kind of like they're gonna make what seems to be like an attack to try and rush at you two from the side. But really it's more of like a feint that kind of like you sort of like dodge to one side to try and get out of the way, and it leaves you kind of wide open for these two which actually are going to attack you.
Okay.
And, okay, that's not good. Okay. Pikachu, you're gonna take 3. Jeremiah, you're gonna take 2. This is dodgeable.
They do this much.
And hold on, Jeremiah, did you dodge completely?
Yes.
Okay. Pikachu, you did not. I think you don't have.
I don't
It's
have
not a
dodge.
dodge.
Okay. So Pikachu, as the rat's claws kind of like rake across you, you feel just like this like really horrible stinging sensation in the wound that just then kind of just like spreads and just makes you feel nauseous. You are gonna flip. You're gonna flip. You basically got some very nasty stuff in your blood from a rat clawing at you, and you're gonna flip one less card on brawn actions.
Alright. And also, every time I
Until-
walk, my vision becomes pixelated.
Yes. Every couple of steps you hear. "Dee-dee."
Yeah.
I fucking hate that thing, dude.
All right. It's now either of your turns. I'm gonna say whoever wants to go first here is gonna go first of the two of you for the rest of this encounter.
I'm the rest of the
Fair
time.
enough. And the rest of the time.
Honestly, we could just do the rest of time. You guys do have the same initiative, so that would make it easier if we determined the rest of time here.
Let's flip for it right now.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
Right now for the rest of the time.
Yeah,
dude.
flip for it.
That's
All
yours.
the marbles.
Come on.
This is your initiative flip for the rest of the encounter. You guys are flipping for initiative against each other for the rest of the encounter,
Alright,
or for the rest of the campaign.
Flip on 3,
Yes.
2, 1. Boom.
He's
All
the
right.
Bastard, dude.
I did burn a
Pikachu.
success, but that's a perma success.
That is a permanent success.
It's a good way of putting it.
All right, Pikachu. Now that your initiative is officially 2.5,
Hell yes.
why don't you go ahead and
He
go
gains some
first?
speed EVs.
Oh my
Exactly.
god,
Yes.
yes.
Those. For whatever. No, you know what? You guys just killed a bunch of goblins. Goblins would totally give speed
Oh,
EVs.
Alright, I'm gonna Big Chief Club Bash the guy who just swiped me.
All right.
It's on your tail now.
Yeah.
Give me Brawn and Melee +2.
And I think you're healthy if you're at 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pikachu is
so
healthy until 8.
All those cards and only 1 success.
Would have been 2, but I got
True.
that's good.
Well, think about it this way: you win forever in that specific argument.
Actually, you can flip one more card still. Because you have that thing from the beer from last session that you never used, so I carried it over to this one.
That's for the next 3 flips now, right? Oh shit!
Yes.
The drunk boost came clutch.
Nice.
I feel the power of Rock Wrecker flowing through my blood.
It's because you're so short. Like it's been like in your system. It's gonna be there for days.
Exactly.
It's a Pokemon equivalent of alcohol poisoning.
So Pikachu. So after the rat like swipes you, it has to get pretty low to the ground to do that. So you just kind of like you jump up and just sort of swing your tail around and just sort of like smack it on the top of its head, and just kind of like its head like bounces off of the stone and it kind of like staggers backwards, just sort of like grabbing the top of its head as just like blood gushes from it.
Nice.
As it goes to Jeremiah's turn.
All right. Okay. I can try something after, I think, but for now, I think I'll just go. I kind of want to try out the biological weapon. It seems fun.
They're there to use. Get fucking prototype on these assholes.
Yeah. I guess I'll try and trying to think. I don't know if what would do like try to keep the two near me off. Maybe a whip or something.
A whip.
A whip.
Whip.
Try that.
All
Try
right.
to do like a sweeping whip.
So are you gonna try and hit both of these things?
Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know, I am gonna split your successes between the two of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Bio
Melee.
Brawn bio.
Brawn bio.
1, 2, and I'm still healthy for now.
Ooh.
There it is.
Yeesh.
All right.
Yeah, maybe put all the successes on one and then the Joker on the other.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
This is an easy Joker. And also this is going to be interesting. Pikachu, you watch as the person that you previously thought this whole time was a normal human essentially transforms his arm into a bullwhip. And slaps it across center mass of the two rats nearest him to knock them back into the wall.
Whoa. Cool.
Yeah. No time to fuck around, I think.
So
He's stunned silent.
but Jeremiah, I hope you are a fan of that bullwhip arm, because it's your first time doing this whole turn your limb extremities into weapons thing. You never really thought of the logistics of how to turn them back.
Oh man, just one part of me. How do I?
So I'm gonna say, for the rest of this combat, at least, you effectively have a long rope for an arm.
Fair enough.
And well, now it goes to Thorben.
My turn?
No. Well, all right. Okay. So, how do you want to do this, Thorben? I'll let you, Brown. I'll let you choose. Do you want a low chance of not losing, or 0 chance of not losing?
What do you mean?
Or I mean, I phrased that. I phrased that wrong. Do you want to theoretically not lose this encounter, or do you want to definitely lose this encounter? Basically, I'm asking how quickly do you want this encounter to go? I'm not gonna kill you.
Dude.
I'm not gonna kill you, but I have very low expectations.
I'm going down fighting. I'm going down fighting.
I think he could pull it off.
I'll say going down fighting is I'm gonna split the rats into 2 pods. A pod of 3 that's faster than you, and a pod of 2 that's slower.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 1 rat. That's 2. And that's 3. Well,
how bad was it?
Actually, not at all so far. You've got 1 damage coming.
I'll dodge it.
Alright.
Oh.
The 3 kind of like lunge clumsily forward at you, just kind of tripping over each other to try and make a new meal out of the person that ruined theirs. But you are gonna
you better
are gonna
kill me quick. My shelf life isn't very long.
All right. It is your turn now.
All right, so 3 of them are coming at me right now, and there's 2 who haven't had a chance to move yet.
Yeah.
There's 2 that are just kind of they sort of in the melee kind of got pushed back. They're a bit shrimpier.
What are you guys doing over there? You know, use it or lose it, and then I'm gonna shoot at their legs with an arrow that has a spinning axe on the end. I've learned dwarvenly tactics, from being in town for a day, and it's the classic dwarven move of take an axe and chop their knees off. I'm gonna go for the 2 who haven't moved yet.
You've heard of the disarming arrow. It's time for the dislegging arrow.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Are you aiming at 1 or both?
I would try to hit both of them. Yeah.
Okay. Same as what I said to Zell. There's no extra target, so I'm gonna be splitting your successes between them. So
cool.
Give me ranged and melee.
Ranged melee. Okay. Okay, 3 successes.
Which one do you dislike the most? Left or right? Which one do you? Left or right?
Did you give me any characteristics for him?
I'm gonna say the one on the left. The one on the left is missing an eye and a few teeth. And the one on the right's got some sort of he's got some spots of fur missing that kind of have gross fucking rashes on him.
I like mange guy, but I think the dude who's got all the stuff missing, we need to stay on topic. Make him miss a little bit more stuff.
Okay, I will say 2 successes means he's now missing a foot as well. But the other axe from the dislegging arrow just kind of gets stuck in Mangy's leg.
He was always a tough one, that Mangy.
But they're gonna.
Also, can I let Larry go? I'm like, now's your time to shine, Larry. I need all the help I can get.
I can flip a card to have Larry contribute.
Four
Larry's-
again?
He is a lobster, you know what I mean?
Larry loves these 4s.
He loves fours.
He's powering up.
Every 4 is like one more death that he will contribute to, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
All right. So those 2 are gonna see if they can't get a little bit of revenge on you.
Hey, there may be 2 of them, but there's only 3 feet between them. That's all I gotta say.
I wonder if resurrected Larry works like a like a fairy in a bottle from Zelda.
What does that mean? It's like a
If you-
1-up?
If you die, he just like
If you die, if you
soul to revive you.
if you die, he brings you back to full health, but he does become freed afterwards.
Larry just like breaks out of his shell. He's actually a big, muscular man, like Fabio hair and shit, on a horse.
So
Or a genie, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna say Mangy kind of lunges forward to try and get a swipe at you, but the other one that's now missing a foot kind of trips him up as he kind of like hobbles into him, which is gonna take the 2 damage that well technically the 3 damage because the other one was gonna try and was gonna give Mangy 1 lethal. It's gonna take that down to 1 as he kind of is not able to get a solid swipe at you.
I dodged that one too. Whoa!
Although, that said, the next 3 are going to attack. Okay, so got 4 damage incoming.
4 damage incoming to me?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, I should have gone back to Pikachu and Jeremiah.
Hey, Pikachu Jeremiah, 4 damage coming to you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say you're gonna take your turn after their next encounter.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, you're still taking that 4. But
Okay,
we're gonna-
okay. I'll just, I'll slap that on right now.
Okay. Alright, now these guys have to... Now these guys have to go.
They've gotta go.
Actually, you know what? Let's say they do the same thing as last time. And that success that I just flipped there is lost to time. Both of you are taking 3 damage.
Alright.
Sheesh.
Get fucked, nerds.
Working on it.
We are.
Wasn't this such a good idea?
Yeah, blue.
Oh man, you know, I'll talk about it later. All right, so Pikachu, it's your turn now. So, basically, what you're looking at, you flipped 4 successes on your last one, right? Jeremiah.
Oh.
Okay. So you've got you've got like one rat that's untouched, one that's kind of like clutching like a bleeding head wound, and two that like didn't initially seem to be hurt that badly, but you can tell that like by like some shards of bone sticking out that they actually got fucked up by that whip hit, both of them.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you've got you've basically got 3 rats that are very, very not well, and one that's fine.
Gonna finish off one of the weakened ones. Swing the torch at him.
Alright, give me brawn melee. Just brawn melee, because it's +1, -1. Any preference?
No.
Let's say bloody dude. You take the slightly sharpened non on fire end and just kind of jab it into the extra head hole you made for him and sort of finish that job off quickly.
Nice.
And that one's gonna fall to the ground. That one's gonna fall to the ground. Pretty much done for.
Okay.
As
Easy.
it goes to Jeremiah's turn.
Well, aside from the arm sticking, I feel like that went pretty well. I think I'll try to keep fending off the two that were on me.
Okay.
No
Same
longer
thing.
Healthy.
Brawn Bayou.
2. Yeah.
Yep.
Bam. Bam.
Whoa.
Wonder if I'm out of face cards. I don't know. I guess I can try to find out.
It looks like you still have 4 drive.
I
Unless
do.
you just haven't been updating it.
I've just used 2 of them right now.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck.
Damn, you might just be out of face cards.
I think I might be, but either way, I'm still getting to the end of the deck faster. So.
You find it is you find much too quickly that a lot of the technique for a satisfying whip crack is in the wrist. And seeing as how you lack one now that you're whip up to the shoulder blade, it's kind of hard to really get it going without the initial force you had from that first transformation.
Yeah.
And you just kind of like wiggle it at them like a noodle.
Might need some help over here.
As we're gonna cut back to Thorben, who's you're sort of like you're kind of like clutching clutching some of the spots where you got clawed up, trying to like slow the blood flow. As you're doing it, you feel sort of like the same stinging to nauseous sensation that Pikachu did. So you're also gonna flip 1 less on brawn actions.
All right.
That's also gonna go to you as well, Jeremiah. But I forgot to mention it for either of you after you flipped. So I mean, you got no successes anyway, so it's not like you really benefited from it. But it is currently your turn.
Here, 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna look down to Larry. You know, I know that I can't lose this battle, you know, for the good of all my friends. So I'm gonna shoot myself in the heart with an adrenaline shot arrow. I'm gonna power myself up. I gotta fuck up these stupid rat people.
All right, give me ranged biology. I guess we'll determine what that means
I don't have
after the
healthy,
fact.
and I'm unhealthy. Yeah, so I got one success. I'm also gonna use my ult to get my dodge back up to 4.
All right. Let's say it gets the blood pumping enough to where your body's gonna push itself past the point where it would fall unconscious.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and restore 1 health.
Okay.
He's got this.
I got it. Easy. Get him, Larry.
Oh, you know what? Larry is gonna go first.
Damn it, Larry.
Larry's just sort of. Larry's
He's doing
just
his
kind of.
thing.
He's just sort of like. He's just kind of like he grabs a rock and kind of tests its weight.
He tries to eat it.
Larry's got a very analytical approach to combat. He needs to make sure he knows all of his every tool available to him before he makes a move.
Fuck yeah, Larry.
All right. The rat that currently only has 1 foot, kind of like, very sort of like pitifully like limps forward towards you, kind of like weakly raising a claw while whimpering. It's gonna try and like swing at you for. It's gonna swing at you for 1 damage, while Mangy does the same, but a little bit more competently, but still for 1 damage.
I'll dodge them both.
That's a good idea.
Start stepping.
So now I'm not going to do this completely incorrectly and go back to Pikachu
Thank
and
God,
Jeremiah.
because it ended really badly for me last time.
Yeah. So, okay. Okay.
Is it okay?
All right. Pikachu. You've got 3 incoming. Jeremiah, you've got 1 incoming. As they all just kind of like rush at you.
Alright.
Okay, and now it's your turn, Pikachu.
Gonna try just like a general electric blast around me. Trying to aim for like
weakened.
the 2 weakened boys.
All right.
Brawn Force.
Brawn Force. Yes.
Force.
It's +1 -1, right?
Wait. Are we weakened right now? Or...
Oh yeah.
Yes,
weakened.
you are.
Shit.
Well, no, weakened is half.
Oh. Oops.
It wasn't a success, so I'll give you the extra card. You flipped that 3. You'll
I flipped the 3
flip that.
last.
You flipped that 3 last. We'll be kind and say that was the card that you would have taken away.
Okay.
It's you know, fighting through kind of like. Oh, by the way, that is the last of your boosted brawn flips, so you are going to be flipping at -1 again.
All right.
So you just kind of you fight through the nausea and manage to get like a not particularly strong blast of electricity out, but one that's strong enough to kind of just like zap these two already like on death's door legs, sort of the last way in that they need to be. And they just kind of smoke for a bit and then just kind of fall over with a kind of like scratchy whimper as it goes to Jeremiah's turn.
All right. Sorry, was that 2 of them finished off?
Yes, there's 1 left.
Okay. Well, I may not be able to effectively whip, but I could still use it to try and put this last guy in a chokehold.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's still. I'm gonna say that's still biology melee. To fucking garrot this rat with your whip arm.
Let's see, 4, 6, half is 3. Quick maths.
That's what they call that like part that like piece of like wire that you would wrap around someone's neck, right? A garrot.
Yeah.
I did have one more ticket.
I think it's called a rot. It might be garrot. I don't know what's French and what isn't anymore.
I'm gonna say you do 1 damage and you're currently grappling this rat.
Hell yeah.
Grapple. Yeah. Thanks for saying it again, dude. It sounded better.
Anytime.
And now we're gonna go to Thorben.
Two jokers. Fuck the rats.
I can barely hear GroovyBot. Like, to even hear anything, I have to.
Playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned it down because of the warning, but I forgot about it. It wasn't actually that.
I have to literally put him at 200% just to hear the music.
It's a quiet song.
Oh, that means that sucks.
All right. There was a Joker in there.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say that series of flips that super would have killed you otherwise.
Dude, they
Is gonna-
dude.
is gonna do exactly 3 damage.
3 damage. Fuck.
Sheesh.
I literally cut their successes in half via that Joker.
Fuck.
I did what I could.
All right. Okay, I can see the writing on the walls.
One brawn characters are not super well equipped for the 1v5.
Yeah, maybe 1v3 would have been better. Anyway, it was 1v10 to start with. I got half of them down. Just saying.
That is true.
Yeah.
If you didn't thin the numbers as much as you did, I would have just said that they would have just swarmed you, and you would have just gone what I already have planned for when this battle is over in probably 2 turns.
Nah, dude, it's gonna end differently than you planned. Okay, because they're all attacking me. You know, I know what they want. They want to eat me. I'm a juicy morsel. Okay, so I'm gonna do the only thing I know how to do, and that's run away. But first, I'm gonna shoot an arrow with a turkey on it past them, of course. turkey arrow.
All right. I like this idea. All right, we're gonna make this 2 flips. The first is gonna be ranged survival for the turkey arrow.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a cooked turkey.
Yeah, and then I get the +1 for eclectic because of survival.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh.
Nice that one was hiding in there, dude.
I'm gonna say, yeah. You shoot a turkey arrow off to like the distance, and it draws the rat's attention enough for you to make a break for it with this with a quick agility athletics.
Hell yes.
Oh, I'm gonna look away.
It's Larry speaking to you.
God damn it, Larry.
With a 4.
Can I? Okay, dude. Maybe I don't get away. Larry, go. Go on without me. Fucking ass lobster, dude.
Larry watches in horror as the rats just kind of like some of them do go for the turkey, but the other couples just sort of like like tackle you, and it seems like it's the end, but then all of a sudden they just kind of like stop and just sort of like stand up, and you sort of turn around and you see they kind of have this sort of like wide-eyed blank look on their face. And then they just sort of like grab you and restrain you, and rather than like eat you, they're just like carrying you downwards, like deeper into like the pitch black tunnels.
I look behind me. Is Larry there? Has he followed with or has he stayed behind?
Larry's running after you.
God.
Hell yeah.
Larry's ready to join the fight.
The one success I needed, dude.
Larry's got the download. He's ready for him now.
Fucking goddamn lobster.
Well, now it's the only thing left to do is finish up what Jeremiah and Pikachu are doing. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say these things are pretty inherently cowardly creatures. I'm gonna say after seeing the way you guys kind of like sort of like took off, like sort of like really just kind of like beat the fuck out of the other rats. He's gonna kind of try and like he's gonna back up for a bit and kind of make sort of like a half hiss, half kind of like rat squeak, and then just kind of like jump into one of the tunnels that they burrowed through to ambush you, and is gonna try and is gonna sort of scurry away.
Alright.
So this combat's over, but you guys are pretty hurt. I'll let you do a wit and investigation or wit and streetwise to kind of like, or you know what, not streetwise. This is more of a wit investigation or wit survival to kind of, as you're heading further down, see if you can find anything to sort of heal yourselves.
It's
My
still
one
halved,
card
right?
flip. Not a success.
You do have 0 points still.
Yes.
Well, no, you don't.
No, I don't.
But
I've got one.
yeah, he does.
Let me
I'll
see,
say
wit,
it's I'll say it's
five.
I'll say it's still halved, but I'll be nice and give you guys lethal one on this.
Okay. So 5 halves would be 3, right? It's for in our favor.
Yes, yes. It rounds in your favor.
2, 3. Bam.
And hero points, and hero points, of course, are not halved.
Yeah.
Hero points can draw.
There we go.
All right. Each of you heal 3 HP as you kind of like you find like various just like pretty dubiously something you could consider food, but it's at the very least not immediately poison.
We start eating handfuls of dirt.
And dodge,
So you just-
dodge refreshes, right?
Yeah, dodge refreshes out of combat.
Yeah.
As you guys just kind of like, you guys head down. You guys kind of like on the way. You're basically like choking down whatever it is these rats eat. It's pretty fucking awful.
Roasted dwarf, we found out.
Yeah,
Well, they don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I meant out of character, of course.
it's true. We're also both not human, so
That is
that
true.
might count for something.
I bet it
So-
still tastes very hairy.
Probably.
Somehow each cut of dwarf has a tiny beard.
Hell yeah.
Gross.
So,
Sorry.
all right. So eventually, you guys make it like you guys make it down like very deep, and you sort of just hear like this very strange kind of noise. It's like the sound of like scratching, but also the sound of like pulsating.
Hmm.
So it's coming from the tunnel directly in front of you. And you just kind of like go to take a look inside. And now, so the party is technically all together again. Because you're all in a different way looking at the same thing. Card Sharp, you're on a tunnel on like sort of a one farther end of the room. Pikachu and Jeremiah, you are on another tunnel. Looking at this filled out cave where it's illuminated, this cave that has been illuminated a dull purple by what appears to be like veins of dark magic, like veins is in like the type that deliver blood, not like war veins.
Yeah.
That are
what I
like
thought.
that are coming from the ceilings and walls, connected to what is essentially just what looks to be hundreds upon hundreds of rat kings, or not rat. Well, I mean, it is a rat king. I'm getting ahead of myself. Of ratkin just fused together into just this this disgusting like beating mass of just like rats and void in the center of the room.
How am I viewing this?
You're viewing it because the
Well, I mean-
rats that are carrying you are kind of like after a bit of like tunneling down, they sort of tunnel into the ceiling of this room, and you fall in and land on top of them. And
Now he is the Rat King.
On top of the Rat King?
well, Jeremiah, Pikachu, and Card Sharp, you all watch in horror as Thorben is like pushed in to the top of this thing until like only his like upper chest and arms are sticking out.
I'm screaming.
But you're also the Rat King.
Okay, never mind. I'm excited now. This is my coronation. I am now the Rat King.
And
I'd probably still be screaming, to be honest.
Yeah.
as this happens, like, you guys can't really help but like let out like sort of like each like a sharp like gasp at just how like horrific this thing looks. And as that happens, the beating stops momentarily and then starts elevating very, very fast as and sort of like pushes some of the rats out, and just these desiccated rats that were formerly stuck to it just sort of like with like crunching and creaking noises kind of like reanimate and start staring at you guys.
Okay.
I hope you guys are ready to fight the Void Rat King, because you're gonna do it next time on RPG.
Hey, there's the line.
Say the
Fuck
line,
you.
Dingle.
Wait.
Man, I really wish we got that permit.
The fucking dwarves would be the only people who need a goddamn permit to be nude. Bastards.
Sorry, I was quiet this session, guys.
Happens.
No, it's all good.
It's just
Instead
a little bit of out of character. I kind of feel like occasionally it feels like Card Sharp doesn't really belong in the group. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I could give a characterization note, I do feel like you guys have been through enough hairy situations to the point where it sort of doesn't make a ton of sense that Card Sharp takes like every slight and disagreement as the group doesn't want me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can see that.
Sorry about that.
That's just a personal thing. I mean, I don't mind if you want Card Sharp as like a general rule to be kind of standoffish.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry though.
That's
I don't
fine.
know. I keep trying to push you guys into a begrudging bond that is forged through battle, and I guess I'm just not. I guess I'm just not doing it enough. I guess I'm just not pushing it enough.
Yeah, it could be a cool character arc for that.
I'm sorry.
That's fine, man.
I'm sorry too, Dingle. I didn't know.
No, I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, if you're not picking up on that, it's mostly the fault of my writing not succeeding in its goal.
I'll try to think about that more though for next time.
RPG.
I'll try to think about that more.
Oh, but now let me talk about these tunnels. So
let's not split up into 3 again.
here's
let's do it all the time.
here's how it was supposed to work. Initially, all 3 of those tunnels led to that 4 rat fight.
Awesome.
and then eventually after you guys fought, like, that was meant to be the introduction to these things as enemies, and then afterwards it would go into like one of the other options. I'd find a way to snake it off into one of those. I had them sort of written out. But I'm really fucking glad I made it 3 tunnels. I never in a million years would have thought you would have split the party into 2-1-1 and go down each tunnel.
It was sick, dude. It was fucking sick.
Jesus Christ. That is really fucking funny.
We're pushing your limits, keeping you on your toes a bit.
You really were. I had to basically like, because the whole thing, why I did like the pick a number with Brown and Cynical, I was like, all right, the closer one gets like the stealth encounter, and the higher one gets the like agility encounter.
Yeah.
I had to like restructure. I'm glad I had 3 encounters planned. I would have been fucked if I just wrote 2. But anyway,
I mean, you could have had a safe tunnel.
I could have had a safe tunnels are boring.
Yeah, who likes safe tunnels, dude? See, I thought there was gonna be a safe tunnel. That was my favorite bit.
You could have had a tunnel with a safe.
Ooh.
And inside the safe are rat people. You know what that just reminded me of? There's this scene in The Life Aquatic where they're like attacking an island full of pirates to get their safe back that has all their money in it. And there's this scene where they're on the boat leaving the island with the safe, and they crack it open, and then there's a shot of them looking in the safe, and there's just a hole burned in the back of the safe.
Cool.
So as to say, the people who had the safe, they burned a hole in it to get the money out, and the people who stole their safe back were too stupid to look in the back of the safe and opened it up, just to realize that there was in fact a hole in it. It's great. It's good stuff. I don't know why I was talking about it. I think I had been thinking about The Life Aquatic for some reason. It's a good game.
Well,
Good movie, I mean, too.
you know what I think is really good?
Friendship.
Yes. And you know what? Because you got the answer correct, Zell, you get to assign your hero points first.
Hell yeah.
Are we all starting with 1 or 2 this time?
Let's all start with 1. A classic 1.
Solid.
Good old 1 hero point. Never did anybody wrong.
Well, gotta give 1 to Pikachu for really helping me in that encounter, so we didn't end up like Brown.
Helping is one way of describing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, my noodle arm did a lot, but it wasn't quite enough.
Oh, you meant the rat encounter. I thought you meant the guard encounter.
Yeah, that was less helpful.
Pikachu's the beginning and end of Pikachu's career as an artist.
He was really beating himself up for those 30 minutes in the cell before returning to a state of just
It
apathy.
hurt. Hey! You know what? It hurts, man. It never feels good. It never feels good when you try your best and it just doesn't work out.
And I mean, I really liked just the whole Larry saga and the eternal struggle that is being Brown.
It was a real rough session this time.
It was
did not. I wanted
it
to
was-
say. Sorry.
Go for it.
No, you go first. I'll say mine next.
It was a difficult session for Thorben, to say the least.
I wanted to say that it's the second time, second time in a row we've ended the session with me being carried off.
That's true. I mean, hey, now you can pretend to be the Rat King.
Oh yes, I am the Rat King. Oh God, it's eating me, my bones. Oh God, I am the Rat King. Gurgling noises.
Well, why don't you form those gurgling noises into the names of 2 friends that you're giving hero points to, Brown?
Okay, number 1, I decided pretty early on. I think I'm gonna give it to Cynical. For deciding not to come after me. it would have worked out so a lot better for everybody
Right
involved.
decision, after all.
You know, yeah,
That's why I chose not to do it.
yeah, and then oh man, this is rough to choose between you guys. No, you both came after me. That's a bonus. I'm gonna say Pikachu because what the fuck's your name right now? Jeremiah. He told them about the nudist thing, and then that led to Pikachu being in a situation that he did fuck up, but how else could he have gotten himself out of it? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that was a really good drawing. I mean, it looked like shit for an official document, but I still give credit where credit's due. You know what I'm saying?
All right. In that case, Zedend, what are your
Alright.
hero points going to?
First one is definitely to Jeremiah. Fucking smashed it this session like the nudist permit. That's actually like one of the most like chaotic like persuasion flips we had to roll. I love that. And then everything that followed was just great after that.
See, the nudist permit, I feel like even though it didn't, I guess, pan out, the nudist permit is is like the best example we've had yet of why I think like potentially like high charm, high lying characters are like the best characters, because it's just like, I mean,
You can do
I'm
shit.
flipping 9 cards on this. There's actually statistically a pretty good chance I could get away with saying there's a nudist permit and I have one. Not many characters can just throw a Hail Mary like that, but Zell's super can.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for 2 jokers, it would have worked. He got 8 successes.
And the other one goes to Thorben for helping me make a guy so mad that he foamed in the mouth.
Oh shit! You know
actually
that
passed
I was
out.
thinking. I fucking forgot about that. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. Yeah, that was fucking sick.
Hopefully not the last time that happens.
Oh no way, dude! No way. With our crew, fuck no. I feel like that's how most encounters go. Like right after we leave, they're just like looking at the window at our party, walking away. They're like, oh, and they just fall on the ground.
All right, Cynical, round us out. Oh shit!
You might be
clicked
muted.
away.
Cynical.
Cynical.
Cool, like
Whoa.
tentacle.
Whoa.
The Pokemon. Dude, did we kill Cynical?
Sorry, what happened? I had to step away for a second.
Oh, good. It's
It's your hero turn.
1 to Thorben, and 1 to Zell for the new attack thing.
The floppy tentacle.
The floppy tentacle.
The floppy tentacle.
And
His tentacle.
Brown's is for being able to hold his own for most of a fight on his own.
He did do surprisingly well.
Brown for going an astonishing, I think, 4 rounds in a 1v5 with 1 brawn.
Yeah.
I would have gotten away with it too, dude, if my lobster was useful.
Larry did flub about 3 damage.
He got a success at the one time I would have been happy with him running off, you know? And he fucking succeeds, dude. Little bastard.
The only flip that Larry succeeded was heroism.
Which is what he's best at. He's the hero lobster. He just can't help himself.
Oh, all right. So with
Did I get any hero points?
Yeah, you did.
How many did I get? Just one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with Thorben being fused into an abomination of void and rat, and the rest of you being at pretty low health for a boss encounter, who wants to have the anus-clenchingly stressful position that is anti-Joker for the upcoming session?
I haven't had the anti-Joker in a
I
while.
feel like you have a pretty good sense of.
Yeah, I feel like Card Sharp's the way to go. Cynical is the way to go for this one.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. We're good to go.
I mean, I don't even remember what I wasted. I think I put mine on a pretty good one. I probably would have let all 10 of them know I was there. If I hadn't anti-jokered when I did.
No, yeah, that's true.
I think it was a sneak and flip.
I believe it was. It was either the sneaking flip or it was the I forget which. I honestly forget which flip it was.
I think it was the sneaking flip.
But hey,
I
think this was a really fucking funny session.
it was
Very chaotic.
This session was like madness from start to finish, and I always am really a fan of when they turn out like that.
I'm gonna try and think about what you said, Dingle, to work on the character a bit. I'm sorry.
Also, there's no need to worry about it like too much. I mean, keep in mind.
I don't want the character to be unfun to interact with. I wasn't sure.
No.
At the end of the day, the way I always see it, we've been pretty RP light from the beginning. So don't feel like you have any sort of obligation to me to like have some sort of like grandiose or very consistent character. Like just have fun with it, man.
Yeah, I feel
Well,
the same
that's
way.
part of the fun for me. Is the issue is I like being the characters.
That's fair.
That's honestly, that's super fair. I don't think any of us are bent out of shape that like Card Sharp is like kind of like.
There's nothing wrong with having a.
I think it worked out perfectly well. Where we completely. Okay, so the way it went for us is I said let's split the party. You guys were like, no, let's not split the party. So I was like, okay, I guess we're all going to go together.
And meanwhile, Card Sharp is splitting the party. That actually.
It's
a very good unintentional punchline to that scene.
It was good. No, it was super good. And then everybody split, and I was extremely happy.
Brown specifically, I hope you're not having any issues.
No, like I just said, no, like it like provides.
No, I mean in general, because he did kick you. He did knee you in the dick. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. I mean, like I kind of get like the whole. I like the kind of dynamic. I think your character does get kind of pissed off at some of the stupid shit sometimes, but like in the end, it usually works out in a way I like it usually. So I trip
also pretty well deserved.
Should I?
Yeah, that too.
It is a pretty fun dynamic to have like a character that's very serious and a character that's just a well-meaning idiot, just constantly just like like on one end unintentionally at each other's throats. Just because the way I always picture it, and personally I think it's actually very funny and like actually lends itself very well to the sessions, is just like Thorben is not trying to antagonize Card Sharp, but he just can't help it. I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Well, yeah, that's kind of it's just like I don't know.
I've definitely never felt like bent out of shape or like Card Sharp doesn't belong in the party. That
No,
thought is
definitely
never
not.
that second thought in particular has definitely never crossed my mind.
Okay.
Definitely
You're part
appreciate
of-
everyone being here. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the party. You know what I mean? Ain't no party without the boys.
I really hope
That
Jibo
said-
rejoins us at some point. I miss having Jibu in the party.
Oh man.
Yeah,
no.
me too, dude. I miss having you in the party.
Now that well, with Zell gone, I can speak more candidly about this. I'm going to in probably this week or in like the next couple of days, I'm going to try very hard to see if I can get Zell in some ethical way a copy of the book. Because I know he's expressed interest in DMing before. And I think it would be super fun to be on the other side of this at one point.
Would we do a different setting?
I think probably.
Ooh,
I
I
mean,
wonder.
I
I don't know how
if,
much he's into superheroes, but I'm still looking forward to the superhero season of RPG whenever that happens.
assuming Zell is legitimately interested in giving DMing a shot, I assume he'd want to do his own campaign and not just do mine. Or at least I sure fucking hope he doesn't want to do mine. I have zero notes. I have zero notes. I could never teach someone how to go through this campaign. I'd sound like a psychopath.
But yeah, that could be super fun.
You guys are talking about it's making me want to do like my character runs a game for the other characters kind of game.
Eh?
I've always wanted to do one of those.
Is that a thing?
Well,
Like a D&D game where a D&D game where they play D&D?
yeah, the story would be like my character and the rest of you guys are all sitting down. And I'm like, hey, you guys want to play a game? And then I run a campaign, but like it's like an Inception campaign. So first, you as the player character are role playing your character from the game, and then that character is then also role playing character in the game.
And all of us are just characters being played in some other.
Well, don't
Role
think
playing
about
game.
that too much, dude. Otherwise,
I had an idea for another fantasy themed character. If Zell ever even if his unique setting is like based in fantasy or something.
Yeah.
I want to
You know,
run like a comedy
actually,
campaign.
you know what's the thing with what Brown said with the way Brown was describing it. Borderlands 2 actually did sort of a take on that type of story like really well in one of their DLCs, where the whole DLC campaign took place inside of a like it was like your character was the like character that you were playing in like a tabletop role playing game that that an NPC was writing.
Exactly.
But
I got
would
the
like-
idea from Critical
would-
Role.
I would like Zell to DM again. Again, I don't know what setting he would use, but if it was fantasy based, I've actually had a idea for a necromancer character.
I want to see Zell DM because I've DM'd for him before. Bastard's never DM'd for me.
I could write a fantasy character, but I have I have like a character for sci-fi like completely written and fleshed out in my head. It's like a character that like I've actually worked on and made cool, and I'm like, oh man, it would be super sweet to actually play as this guy.
Guys, Dingle, you saying that just made me think of something. If there was a sci-fi one that Zell ran, because I'm really hell bent on playing the specific character I've been thinking about. If it was fantasy, it'd be a necromancer, but if it was sci-fi, I would make him a technomancer.
Ooh.
He'd be like a hacker, but he'd have like a necromancer theme.
What if he was a tech romancer?
I don't know, because I had this idea for like,
dude, that would be so sick.
I had this
super high charm, max computers. He just seduces. He seduces. his robots.
No,
He like fucks
please.
computers, dude.
Anyways, so I had this idea for like flavor where like for like his basic attack, if he was a necromancer, it'd be like green like green skulls. He would summon like green skulls that also have like a light green flame, and he'd throw them at people, like as like a basic like attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
But if it was a sci-fi setting, they would be like holographic neon skulls that he would attack with.
Like green skulls, but they have zeros and ones all over them.
Well, I
I feel
just
like
thought
the Matrix.
I thought it'd be really fun. I don't know.
I think that sounds cool.
I just like zeros and ones.
I've only got this idea because I bought the Switch version of Diablo 3, and my favorite character to play as in that game is the Necromancer.
I should play Diablo 3 again. I really enjoyed it, but never got super into it.
The console version's actually really fun and has some stuff that the PC version doesn't have.
That's what I have it on.
Yeah. Do you have it on Switch?
Yeah, I do.
Oh
What
shit!
is-
Does that
It was
game
like
on-
it was like $20 on Switch last year, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll buy
It
this."
actually was around the same price, like literally just last week.
What does Diablo 3 have on the Switch that doesn't have on the PC?
Well, it has stuff like the roll mechanic, where you can dodge roll out of the way.
It's got fucking Dark Souls rolls.
The two might actually be up to date, but I think the whole thing is that the Switch version of Diablo 3 is like the definitive edition. So it has like the DLC for like included in it.
And also, you can get a pet. It's a cuckoo from Zelda, and he follows you around, and I have that on my character, and I love it.
More like cuckoo.
And also, I don't know
You know,
which.
that's
I don't know where
that's
to
awesome.
unlock it, but also that the Switch version has armor that looks like Ganon's armor, like Ganondorf's armor, but I don't know where that is.
I want to DM now, dude. You guys make me want to DM. I haven't played D&D in a long time.
Me
But
neither.
yeah,
The last time I played like actual real D&D was in college.
I've never played.
I want to
D&D.
say as someone who plays D&D like
It's
weekly, and I love D&D a lot, but I really prefer this system. I'm gonna be honest; it's a lot easier to keep
I
track
really like
of.
the system as well a lot.
I just like numbers. I like math. I like to do all the rules and shit.
Well, I
in
don't
D&D.
like. Well, it's also a lot easier to make a character on the spot for
Well,
this game.
I mean,
Because there's less to do, there's less to like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really like how you do it because I mean the way I do it in D&D is I make a character based on like what stats I want, like what I want to do with the character combat wise, and then I'll like make a character on top of that. And with this game, it's like all I need to do is make the character. What do I want my character to do? Bam, dude! I can fucking make that character. You know what I mean? And then I decide the stats. I do it like the exact opposite way.
But yeah,
it definitely does streamline the D&D experience in ways that, in my opinion, make a lot of sense and are like very good for the player.
But yeah, would we be playing this right away, or would this be? Because here's the thing, I also really want to get to the superhero season too.
It really kind of depends. This is like just like a very spur of the moment thing. I'm just sort of like, it's the Christmas season, and Zell has said, like, expressed some interest in this, and I've already talked about being like seeing if I could reach out to Kevin Cole and see if I can like throw a couple bucks super tries way to, pirate with a clean conscience.
Oh, okay. But
You have a conscience,
I
dude?
already spoiled my character if we're gonna do that, but I'm really down to play a necromancer. I think it'd be fun.
What about a necromancer?
Could you stop, please? I'm actually really interested.
Are there any necks in the room?
Could you
Ooh.
please?
I'm all over them.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to take the wind out of your character's sails.
It feels a little bit like you are.
I just really love the pun necromancer, even though I have no idea what it means.
But
I'm thinking mech romancer now. It's just like a big ass Gundam, and you're like, ooh, looking good.
Okay.
The final boss, guy with popped collar.
please. Okay.
I'm sorry, man.
It's real not dig at you. I'm sorry, cynical.
Joke
I'm just,
romancer. I gotta take a shit.
Could you?
Your
I
idea is
just
cool,
think that-
cynical.
Yeah. I also really want to draw the sci-fi version of him where his like he still has like a red and black like edgy looking kind of like look to him, but it's also like got neon lights and stuff. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Attire. That's what I meant to say. Red, like, yeah. So I don't know what settings Zell would do, but I just know that if we're gonna do that, and if it's not the superhero setting, then I'm just hell bent on using my necromancer character.
I mean, we need to see if he's actually down to do it in the first place. Like, I know he's expressed
I mean-
interest, but we need to see if he's actually
I mean, if he did, I'm just
down
saying.
to write shit.
yeah.
And
The problem
do
is,
it.
I don't want to wait till if we ever do a fantasy season 3. I hope we get to the point. I hope we're still playing to the point where we do a fantasy season. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want this. I don't want RPG as a whole to end anytime soon. Know what I mean?
It doesn't seem like it will.
I know, but I just mean like 2 years from now, we still might be playing this if all of us aren't that busy.
I hope.
Yeah.
I keep bracing myself for the session where it ends and no one seems like they were that into it, and it's never happened in like over a year, and that
Oh my
makes me
God.
super happy.
Yeah, no, I really like your DMing style.
Speaking of the year anniversary is tomorrow.
Really?
You missed it by a day.
exactly a year tomorrow?
Oh no, wait, it's actually
I thought we started
technically
in
Monday for me. It's the 8th,
Oh.
so I'm seeing the
Okay.
7th on my side.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it's oh, that's interesting. So it's actually not. I thought we started in October. I didn't realize we started so late in the year.
We were supposed to start in October, I think, but I think things just kept getting pushed back.
That could be it.
We were prepping for like the first couple weeks where we would just psyching ourselves up and getting everything ready.
Yeah, that's true.
Too. But yeah, I really hope G-Brew. What I meant to say was going back to the time thing. I really want to play my Necromancer at some point, but I don't want to wait till the eventual season 3 of Fantasy because I might want to keep playing as either Cardsharp or Amadeus for season 3. So I kind of want an excuse to have like a different setting where I can be a different character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know what Zell would do. You know what? If Zell did like his own kind of weird fantasy that was kind of different from regular high fantasy, that'd be pretty neat. I'm not entirely sure though. He doesn't really share. Like I don't know. I've known him for a long time, but I'm just not entirely sure what his thought process would be on making a setting if he were to DM.
I can tell just by the little doodles he does here and there that Zell is like low key an incredibly creative person. I think he'd
Yeah.
knock it out of the park if he wanted.
No,
to
I'm
write
not
a
saying he
setting.
wouldn't. I just don't have a pin on what kind of tone it would be.
I worded that wrong. I wasn't trying to assume that you weren't that you were saying he wasn't. I just think like I think if he wrote a setting, I think it would be like incredibly unique.
I'd be so down for it. Like, can we talk to him about this soon? If you can get that legit, I don't know what the word is, but paying for it, but still kind of giving him the, like, I don't know. Dingles, if you're gonna talk to him about it, please bring it up soon because I'm super interested, and we could even just take a couple of weeks off from this setting to play that. Honestly,
I'm gonna see if Kevin Cole is his DMs are open on Twitter.
slide into Kevin Cole's DMs.
He's like a pretty open-minded dude.
I'm still following him. He doesn't really post a lot. Wait, does he? I don't.
Nah, he posts very little. He generally just like retweets stuff.
I know he retweeted my art I did because I added him when I did the Izukin drawing of the sci-fi characters. He retweeted it.
No, yeah, he loves like Space Kings, like stuff like that. He actually like replied multiple times to my tweet about the fucking first session of the first campaign.
You know, it'd be kind of insane if he was secretly a watcher of our show.
He's definitely not. I did consider sending him a VOD once because he did have some like throwaway tweet on Twitter where he's like, "Oh, it'd be really cool to like see what people are doing with the system now that it's out in beta. And I'm like, do
Look,
I?
guys, I have a question. If we ever
Oh
want to,
God, it would be super cool, but this is someone that I really respect as a writer. I don't know if I want him to see this.
do ask him about the giving him a couple bucks or whatever. And
Yeah, if I can DM him on Twitter, basically my whole thing is I'm gonna be like,
yeah, I went to
hey,
a Twitter page.
I've got
You can send him tweets if you're following him.
Yeah, and it's just sort of like, hey man, I got a friend who said he was interested in DMing, but the book's not out, and I don't know any way to get it to him other than sending him the PDF, which I don't want to do if you're not benefiting in any way. So basically, just gonna ask him if it's cool if I can.
I thought you were gonna do that before.
I was, but then I didn't because I got very busy with work, and I just kept
Also,
slipping
he's
my
the
mind.
editor of friggin' Continue. I remember watching that show a long time ago.
Yeah, I think he edits pretty much all of their stuff. He edits Continue. He edits for Goosebuds. He's like very close with the Continue guys.
And he's in Pretend Friends, yeah, and that's the
He-
show that actually is Space Kings, right?
Yeah, he DMs. He's the DM for the 2 space seasons that they've done, but
Oh,
he's
okay.
actually a player on the fantasy one.
But seriously, do that soon because I'm super down for if we were to after maybe this arc or just take a little break. If Zedgen still wants to DM, I mean, if Zell wants to DM and just take a break from fantasy and do like a weird little small thing, I'd honestly be super down for that.
Yeah.
That means I've got to start drawing my character like right away too.
Not before you draw my character.
Was I
I actually
supposed
legitimately probably would commission you if we were doing that.
sure.
Because
I'm a little.
because
Wait
Oh,
for 2 weeks because once my job is over, I actually have commissions to do, and I'll have commissions open again.
fair enough.
By the way, Zedge, I'm sorry that it's taken so long. I know you commissioned me.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Hope you're not upset at me at
so
all.
long ago, I forgot. No,
Oh,
it's
I'm
cool.
sorry.
I know you're busy with shit.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6. I forgot to write one down. But if you want to commission me, Dingle, then I won't be as strapped for cash, because I'll have some saved up for my job. But if you wanted me to, know what I mean? Dingle?
Oh, wait, what was that? I'm sorry. Someone was talking
I'm
to
not
me.
gonna be as kind of like strapped for cash as before my job, so I won't hound you about it. But if you honestly want me to, I will.
Well, the thing was, the character I have in mind, if we were to run a space campaign, it's the type of character that I definitely wouldn't be able to find some like bullshit like close to it art online, and it's
Mhm.
also not something I could ever in a million years draw myself. So if I wanted character art, you would be my best option.
I'm glad that you think of me.
Of course.
But yeah, I'm not gonna look for another job until the new year, so I'll at least have like a couple of weeks, or maybe even a month or 2 months or a couple months, where I'm gonna not have any jobs. I'm not gonna have
So
a job.
your contract's up with your current place at the end of the month?
It's up in actually next week, at the end of next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
What happens after that?
I take the Christmas holidays off because I'm not gonna need a lot of money after that. I didn't save up like a shit ton, not like rolling in cash, but I'll have enough to help around the house for a bit.
Nice.
That's
And I'll
good.
have more time to draw. And in the new year, I actually want to start a webcomic, but
Ooh,
that is
what
very
about?
ambitious
Nice.
because I said I was gonna start a webcomic at the beginning of this year, and then
I
that
think-
didn't happen.
I think your art style would lend itself super well to a webcomic.
Dingle,
agree.
it's actually I was thinking of doing a comic adaptation of the character for the superhero RPG,
Ooh, nice.
sort of
Which one?
the most recent one that I'm super psyched for.
You have multiple.
I've sent Dingle 3 superhero ideas for the.
I
Superhero.
really gotta bust my ass a little bit more on getting the superhero setting like more ironed out to the point where I could run something in it. Because Cynical's actually crazy excited for it.
Like Dingle, the most recent one,
Yeah, I know which one.
I love his design. I'm so glad I came up with it, and I'd really want to do a story about him.
Yo, Cynical, whichever one you choose, toss the drafts my way. I need some inspiration. I have no idea what I'll do for that.
Yeah, sure. Well, I know for sure, unless hopefully the more time's not going to pass. I'm not going to switch. Dingle, I will say right now, I am 80% certain the latest one I've sent you is the one I'm going to do for superhero RPG.
Ooh.
Because I've been thinking a lot about stuff, and I've been watching a lot of what he's inspired from. I watch a lot of those shows anyway, but I've been rewatching them more for more ideas. I could give you some, like Zedge. I could literally give you like almost. I have like a superhero for almost any kind of thing. What would you want? Do you want like a bruiser? Do you want like a tech one? Like legit, just tell me, and I probably have something lying around. And if I don't, I could easily come up with one in like a day. I love superhero. Do you want a speedster? I have a speedster you could kind of base something off of. Do you want like a Flash kind of character?
Do you have any necromancers?
Shut the
Could
fuck.
you drop that, please? The only one that I kind of wouldn't help you with is an Iron Man-esque one, because my character, he's not Iron Man-esque all the way, but he's close enough that if we had two in the same party, it'd be kind of not like creatively diverse, if that's okay. Without giving away too much what my character's going to be. So like a techie kind of armor guy, I don't think I could help you with, because I kind of want to do that. But I'm actually looking through my drawings right now. So Speedster, you interested in that at all?
Yeah, it could be cool. I like bruises as well, just in general.
I don't really.
It's not urgent.
I know you like bruisers. Well, one of your characters isn't both Pikachu's kind of bruisers? One's more like.
They both have Max Brawn.
Okay, yeah.
But
I was thinking if you want to like
something different could be cool.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not gonna judge you. Oh, I also have a. I don't know if you'd want to. It's not would you want like an Ant-Man type character that could shrink? Because I actually really like Ant-Man personally, and I've made one kind of like Ant-Man. Cool. Well, I'm just asking while I have you here, because I could send you the character like right away. If you want to take the design, you could use it for RPG, but if you also just want like that for inspiration and then just make it your own.
I don't want to rip your shit straight up. I'd make it my own thing.
Because we wouldn't be making money off this, but these characters I would use in my webcomic that I literally just previously mentioned.
Fair enough.
I do have a bruiser. He's kind of a Superboy-esque character where he doesn't fly, but he can jump really far, and he has like pure brawn. But again, I'm not gonna say, if you want to still be a bruiser, that's fine. I can send you that character. I forgot I had
I'm quite interested in the speedster.
Do you want me to send it to you right now?
Sure, if you have it.
I do have it. I have drawings for days. My drawing folder, which is just filled with PNGs and Clip Studio files, is actually 4 gigs, and that's over the course of like 10 years of drawing digital art.
Really sweet.
Where did I put him? Okay, this is the most recent drawing of him. My speedster. Did you see that webm I sent you, by the way? With the Pokemon?
No, I did.
It says Okay, so I think Discord is being weird with pictures right now.
I can click on it, see it.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Is it just me then?
No, it comes up as like a file. But when I click on it, it opens it in the browser. Oh.
Discord's that's my speedster character.
Yeah, I kinda like it.
But instead of leaving a trail of electricity, he leaves a trail of smoke.
Would be neat to have a character that doesn't have an agility athletics flip of 1.
Yeah, you would have I'm pretty sure you'd have to make him like max dodge, max agility. Not really brawn, but
the rare character that can run.
Well, I mean, he's literally
It doesn't
speed.
sound real, dude.
Would you want that to use that as a base sedge, or do you need?
Yeah,
You want?
maybe.
Okay.
I need more time to think about it, and
Okay.
also I
Well,
need to ask what the actual setting would be like as well. That'd probably influence what I choose.
Yeah. well, I'm
What
just
are you guys
saying.
talking about?
Okay, we're talking about the eventual superhero season for RPG, and I was saying to Sedge, I'm using one of my designs, but I have so many superhero designs because I love comic books that I'll show him the one I can show him ones I'm not using for the campaign, my superhero designs, and he can take inspiration from one of them to help
I
him
was
out.
gonna do this like actual superhero tabletop role playing game with some friends, but it never worked out.
Ooh.
And I kind of want to use, if I ever do a superhero game, I kind of want to use the same character. It was
Is
just
it?
it was a
Oh.
Mountie with 9 arms.
Oh, okay.
Like it was a Mountie, and his superpower was that he had 9 fucking arms.
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah.
That was it.
But yeah. But if you ever need anything else, Sachin, for any other ideas,
Yeah, I like
let me know. You could just change the colors around or whatever for that character if you want or whatever. I don't know.
All right. I think I might head out.
I have to eat
I need to
actually.
go to
I have a
bed.
burger sitting right here.
You guys all abandoning me, dude?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang out with
Bro.
Oro and Doc and Teme. Fuck you guys.
Okay, see ya.
No, that's fine.
See ya.